All right, and we are back for episode 6 of Star Trek Voyager, and right where we left off in the last episode, we're on the edge of this system. Now, the crew wants to leave, and they're getting very homesick, but because we still have a lot of high morale, let's just take a quick look around here, because we want to upgrade the warp core. Like, I really want to do that with a better warp core, and we might need some more crew as well. With a better warp core, we can turn on the holodeck, and the crew can... well, frankly, do whatever they would do there. There's some science there that I really want. Boy, there's a bunch of people in here. People and food. Hopefully we can keep those distinct from one another. So what do we like? We've still got food for a little bit, although we do have a lot of capacity for food. And I just want to take a quick look at the ship again. To upgrade the warp core is we go here... oh. Yeah, no, this is right. So we need 140 duranium. And I think we have everything else. Yes. And we might... you know what? I think that we might slide over like a cargo bay for this. But let's see what we can find. So duranium is our top priority because it's going to take a few days to do anyway. And that's the one thing. I guess we do have some out there. So we definitely want to stop by there, but I don't think that I want to spend a week getting there. Here's what we're going to do. And we can use some deuterium. So we're going to go get some deuterium. Okay, we will destroy this, and if we're lucky... wait, engineering office, did we turn this down? And I know the shuttle got destroyed. I can't believe they keep blowing up our shuttle. 8 days remaining. So we could just come back to this if we wanted to. We've got other stuff to do in the system for 8 days, but then that's 4 days out and 4 days back. I think I'd rather take what we can get. Let's destroy it with a torpedo salvo. And then we're going to go get some food. Man, the shuttle is so useful, though. Waste disassembler. Oh, I don't have one of those. I didn't know that that was a thing. Let's use the tractor beam. Okay. Another few days of food. Now, the Vidian Interceptor has some tritanium, and we're almost full on that. It might have some other stuff, but I vote that we skip that for a moment. Let's stop by the space station. And medical ethics is ready to continue here. So, this station hosts a variety of scientific personnel seeking opportunities for research and exploration. A group of skilled scientists have expressed their interest in the Alpha Quadrant. With the right incentives, they may be persuaded to join us on our journey. I don't want to pay them dilithium. Let's give them... I think yellow is probably that they just don't come or we get fewer of them. Let's give them... I don't want to pay them dilithium. Do I? I think as long as we have 40, I think it was. That's just really expensive. What are they going to do with dilithium on Voyager anyway? We pay them dilithium. I guess they give it to their families on their way out. It's their going away gift. We will give them the tour, though. This is not likely to succeed, but I don't want to pay them our dilithium. Hey, we got 6 crew. Okay, hold on. Let's look at medical ethics. So, can I shut that up for a second? No, that trills and everything. This is where we met a Vidian who was unconscious, and we gave her a holographic body, and she flirted with the doctor for a while, and now, I guess we were waiting to see if the cure held to cure her specific variant of the phage. Kim to sickbay. I'm getting more and more reports of sick crewmen. 5 crew got gravely sick. Oh dear, this is an alarming development. What's going on, Doctor? Please don't tell me... Unfortunately, yes. The sick crewmen have attracted the same disease as Dr. Pel. I really think contracted there, but whatever. Which means it won't be long before it spreads to the entire ship. Damn it, we shouldn't have involved the crew. What do we do now? Mass producing a cure by ourselves would consume too much time. Many might perish before we succeed. We must seek external aid. The Vidians possess centuries of experience. Their assistance is our most efficient course. We don't need to involve my people. I'm certain we can produce enough of the cure by ourselves. Danara, our time is limited. Your people might possess a device, a methodology that could produce the cure on a scale we cannot. That knowledge could save everyone. So we have to choose between asking the Vidians for help and we will develop the cure on our own. Here's the thing, and this is where I get into the role-playing of it. The Vidians killed Tuvok. I think that Janeway is able to set aside her distaste for maybe a single Vidian, the woman in front of her, but the idea of turning to the Vidians for help, I mean, would she do it to save the rest of the crew? I think that she would exhaust every other opportunity. I don't think that she's an idiot. I don't think that she's vindictive, but I do think that Tuvok was her best friend. Like that would have been a really hard hit. And I think the version of Janeway that we're playing would not want to do this. So let's try to develop a cure on our own. I think that she would say, we need to learn to be self-sufficient out here. Our alliance with the Kazon did not work out, so we're going to do our own thing. Our priority is the crew's safety. Given the Vidian's reputation, we'll find a way to produce this cure on our own. It's too risky otherwise. He who is asking, did I hear about the face punch and Steam deal? I absolutely did not. I know nothing about this. He who I'm very curious. Inner said, do you think the other puns were bed? Just wait until you see mine. Wait, is face punch and Steam a pun? I don't know. Let's go to... Oh, so we have an unhoused person. We can turn on the emergency quarters. How much energy does this take? Exactly 2. Okay, let's switch it on. But it's more reason to upgrade the warp core. We're working our way over there. I think we go directly there, because then we can go over here and like have some time to upgrade the warp core. This is important. We need to get this. Yes, crew morale is declining. Many are growing restless, concerned that we're losing precious time on our journey home. It's urgent that we resume our journey at your earliest convenience. Captain, the infection rate is increasing. More crewmen are succumbing to the disease. We must develop the cure now. Wait, did I not do this? Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I didn't do it. Hold on. I didn't get distracted. It just didn't occur to me that we needed to do it. Mass cure. I'm glad the doctor reminded us. Otherwise, we all would have been like slime zombies or whatever the Vidians are. I will say this. The Vidians are like a really cool concept. An entire race of people that are just withering away from this rotting disease. So he who was saying Face Punch, Rust, and Gary's Mod releasing a new product called Sandbox, which will allow people to create and release royalty-free games on Steam. Okay, anything that increases the availability of people to, like, express their creativity, I am prone to be very, very supportive of. Deploy collector probes for a safer, though less efficient collection. Shields, so we don't have level 2 shield generator, and we don't have a disruptor array pulse. So, you guys, this is the difference between, this is our only option, is the difference between an upgraded warp core or not having that, and probably 8 people dying. Fucking hell, god damn it. There could be some more, like there could be some more here. Let's get some deuterium. God damn it, I really want to upgrade the warp core. Crow says it sounds like an April Fool's to me, but you never know. That sounds... I mean, unless he who is playing a funny, and I don't think that he would do it on something this esoteric. That sounds like for real. Yeah, no, my RNG is the worst. Okay, so let's just check. So we need to free up some titanium space because either one of these is liable to get us some, or nothing, by the way. But let's go switch over one of our... Yeah, we could easily do without a food cargo bay. Yes, okay, so let's set this to titanium. And... I think even then we want to have more. I'm not good at identifying the cargo bays with my eyes. Yeah, okay, let's move this to Tritanium. Wait, did I do the right one? I did, okay. So, just in case we get a lot. So, mostly we want this. I don't think it's worth the red risk. I just don't think that it is. So, let's scan the station. Okay, we got some, which is what we wanted. We could stop here. But we're almost full. Food, yes. Because, again, now we can switch one of our cargo bays over. And let's get people and then food. Crow says, seriously, you have like a 90% chance to get it right, but nope, fail. It is so consistent. I say it every time. Captain, the infection rate is increasing. More crewmen are succumbing to the disease. We must develop that cure now, or we'll face widespread fatalities. Hold on, just to double check. Plasma conduit overload. Captain, we've taken a massive hit. A sudden surge, likely from that subspace eddy, has caused a plasma conduit overload. Multiple ruptures are reported. Some rooms are severely damaged and offline. They require immediate repair and resources. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Offer them crops so they can start harvesting their own food. Offer them to join the crew. So if we give them food, they might give us something else. Do you think they might give us the duranium that we need? Hold on, let's leave for now, but we're not going to go anywhere. How bad are the rooms? What happened? So, I think that was already offline. That one was already offline. But the torpedo launch bay we need. So hold on. Yeah, okay, so now we're going to spend even more duranium on this, but we need to have it back up and running. Same for our phaser control room, which does require a... So we're gonna dip into power. Oh no, we're not. Yeah, because we're actually out. So we're gonna do this, repair. And then one more room also got damaged. Let's turn this back on, and then we'll set that crew to repair there. And now we're really low on duranium. Crow says, I'm surprised every time. Okay, on the plus side, we've got our shuttle. So that will help with, like, gathering stuff. I am saying this, I'm absolutely understanding the desire to have a second shuttle. Like, that's in the research thing, and I haven't done it yet. By the way, as long as we're, like, negative in power, how expensive is this? Oh, well, I guess I've decided to turn it on. What does this do for morale? Wait, 8 level 1s what? What is that? Hold on. We'll probably turn it off, but what specifically does it give us? 8 people? No, 8 people go into it. Oh, plus 20 morale. Yes. So I guess at any one time, 8 people are hanging out playing Captain Hook in the thing. I do think that we turn that on. We can afford to run the batteries for a little bit. It will reduce the morale loss. Okay, so we've got 2 cycles until some of these rooms are back online. And now the question is, do we want to have them join the crew? And the thing is, I actually ran out of people. I couldn't let anybody go on shore leave because we couldn't cover the duty shifts. So offer them to join the crew, I feel like. Even if it's like a morale problem in the short term, we do have a lot of that. Let's offer them to join the crew. 5 crew. All right. And then we're going to want to have some more food. So we're both on emergency batteries, and yes, 3 crew got gravely sick. Okay, phaser control room is repaired. Yes, all of our buildings just got repaired. Now we're really into it energy-wise, so we have to decide what to turn off. Let's have this B, and B. And now we're really eating into the batteries. And we've also turned that one off for reasons. By the way, can we see what we're doing? Oh, look, it's their bar hangout. And then here is just I guess that's the lattice work that makes it all function. And then up here we've got an area of the holodeck I've not personally witnessed. Maybe this is somebody's fantasy. Hard to know. The question is, do we turn it off now? We're losing 10 morale per cycle. That's going to get worse. It's going to go up to 30. And I do think that we need to deal with this phage situation. We can turn off one of the shield generators, but I really don't want to do that. It's only -6. And the good news is apparently we do have enough housing because so many people are laid up in sickbay. On that note, so, okay, since we can't... What's the end of this sentence? Oh, and we can set some of our guys to do this. Oh, we can get lots of tritanium from up here. Or whatever this is, duranium. Okay. And let me just double check. Kim, you were working on this. Yes, he is. Okay. Let's get some food. Since everybody's really sick with some sort of a withering disease, it's a great opportunity to bring up a lot sort of more organic matter that can rot. Hunt them has kind of an upside, but a really big middle side, and then it can go really wrong. Or we could do this, which is a lot of green and then, you know, a lot of orange. I kind of want to do this, but if we're successful and that gets us 900 food, I think that we need to have... Yeah, let's switch over one of our cargo bays to food. Yeah, we can do one of these. We've got a lot of tritanium, which is good. And then, what else would we do? No deuterium. We could move over a duranium one. No. We did that. We checked for that one. Cargo bay. No, that we're trying to get the food. We don't want to take that away. And we don't want to take that away. And we don't want to take that away. Wow, we have a lot of those dedicated to tritanium. Here we go. Okay, so... No, I don't want to take that away. And then this one is the duranium. So this one we can set to food. And that'll get us prepped for 500 food. Let's analyze the animals before hunting. I do not know why this is so dangerous for them. Okay, well, we didn't get a lot. Analyzing these life forms made us understand that we should not hunt too many of them or we may endanger the herds. So we didn't get a lot of food, but I don't know if that was a bad mission outcome. Czar, hello to you and thank you for the cheer. Czar, I hope that your Tuesday is going well. By the way, I know that you've been deep into Pal World. Did you wind up getting into Crimson Desert? I'm surprised and actually kind of impressed that, like, you were so into Crimson Desert, and now that it's out, you're like, but Pal World is really great. So, do we want fuel? Not really. I mean, we always want fuel. You guys, I don't know where to stash some of this. Let's go see if we can get some food over here, and maybe those crew members. Okay, we've dismantled the ruined rooms, and I think that we have plenty of space to collect it all. And we have the mass cure. Okay, let's look at that in a second. We're going to do that. Let's just watch up here. As long as we don't hit 100, we're fine. And then this is going to be done in one cycle. This area here, cargo bay, crew quarters. I'm thinking crew quarters because we are trying to bring some more people on. One thing that I don't know where to see our housing situation. We've got 5 people that aren't currently at work. But I don't know where to see housing. Clearly everybody is housed, or else it would say something different. I guess we would wait until it's a problem. That's usually what I do with most things in life. Let's answer the medical ethics here. Captain Janeway, the crew is finally recovering. Their vitals are stabilizing. Our cure is effective. Excellent news. Thank you for helping us, Dr. Pel. You're welcome. After all, I created this mess in the first place. Well, I think the time has come for me to finally leave. The votes are in. It is unanimous. We're going to ask Dr. Pel if she would like to join Voyager. Actually, Dr. Pel, what would you think about staying here with us on Voyager? I would very much like that, Captain Janeway, but the phage, it will always be a factor. I cannot allow myself to become a liability to your crew or to Voyager. So, I think that, I mean, especially since it was a chat vote, let's try to convince her. We've got a level 4 Janeway. That's the highest level Janeway we've ever had. We don't abandon people, Doctor. If you're willing to stay, we'll find a way to mitigate that factor. We always do. I'd like to believe that, but what use would you have for me when you already have such a brilliant doctor? He's kind of abrasive, actually. Let the doctor speak. One can never have enough medical brilliance. If we're going to duplicate roles here on Voyager, let's let the doctor speak for himself. I think that he will be very pro Danara Pel. What use? Danara, your presence here, your unique perspective, it would be invaluable to me. I would very much like you to stay. Your faith in my capabilities is compelling. Very well, I will stay. My skills are at your disposal, and I'm prepared to face whatever comes next. Let's make her the ship diplomat. Then Dr. Pel, in the name of the entire crew, I extend a warm welcome aboard Voyager as our newest member. My dear Danara, to have an open mind, to have a mind like yours here, it brings a symphony to my systems that I did not know was possible. My existence feels complete. Welcome. Well, let's hope you two can still find time for actual medical work. Oh, Janeway knows what's going to happen in this sickbay as soon as everybody's up and about. Helm, resume course. Hey, we got 250 Janeway points and 5 dilithium. Wow, we could have paid those people, except we got them anyway. The show really did benefit from 7 of 9, as did the American people, because I think that we've shared this sequence of events, but Jerry Ryan, and if I get one of the names here incorrect, I apologize, but Jerry Ryan took the job on Voyager, and this took her away from her home where she lived with her husband, who was Senator Jack Ryan, I believe. It might have been John Ryan, but I'm pretty sure that it was Jack Ryan. As a result of that, and spending time away from her husband, and ultimately, I think, getting into a relationship with Brannon Braga, I think it was. Again, if I get one of the names here, I apologize. Her time away from being at home, and she's talked about this openly, gave her the courage to speak up about the spousal abuse that she was experiencing at home at the hands of her husband. That wound up derailing Jack Ryan's re-election campaign, which opened up that Illinois senator seat for a brand newcomer who was just arriving on the political scene, an up-and-comer named by the name of Barack Hussein Obama. So the addition of 7 of 9 on Voyager led a direct line to President Obama, then Senator Obama, having an opportunity at that seat and then running for the American presidency. So, fun fact for all you Voyager fans. So, yes, I agree. Voyager and the country very much needed 7 of 9. That said, let's go forward with our system, because we do want to, like, can we get the resources here to upgrade the warp core? I legitimately don't think that we can. Czar was saying we were looking for a way to make the rating soar, so we orchestrated an encounter with the Borg. Normally you think that would normally get us into shit, but this one had a smashing ass. I will say that everyone up and down insists that Jerry Ryan got the role absent of her appearance, and I will choose to believe them. And here's what I will say. Jerry Ryan, from an acting perspective, if you look at the arc of 7 of 9, whatever else were her qualifications, she fucking nailed it on the acting. And I think that there's a reason that we see a lot more of 7 of 9 in future Trek properties, especially Star Trek Picard. Like, I feel like, A, she enjoys the role, and B, people enjoy working with her. So, hold on. Wait, we have... No, wait, how much uranium do we need? I keep forgetting. 140. Can we store 140? No, and we're almost at maximum, but we do have some more rooms to clear out. So what can we empty? We could take away 1 food. Okay, so you guys, wait. You guys, I'm so sorry that I'm only just learning this. Do the color, like green is food? Is that possible? Well, is this one food as well? No. Is there any way to tell visually? Oh, I think you can. Oh, yeah, look, it's the little screen in the background. Okay, so that's how you can see without clicking on it. So here we can't get rid of this. That's food. So yes, hold on. Let's move this to there. Right? And now we can store 150. I'm so sorry, I'm not great with numbers. We need 140. Which really means that we need storage for 200, because we're not going to hit that exact amount. We're still on battery power, mind you. It's just that we've got a lot of that. Like, we built up a lot of that. Jab is saying not an easy job playing 7 of 9. No, first of all, the outfit was very uncomfortable. I think that Jerry Ryan said at one point that anytime she needed to use the bathroom, like she had to like completely disrobe, because that thing was not built like that. Was just a onesie, so that can't feel super comfortable. Secondly, of course, anytime anybody has to go to the bathroom, you got to stop, and it's like a big deal to get in and out of that like skin tight outfit. And then there's just the emotional complexity of playing somebody who was last human when they were a literal child. She has 2 phases in her life, being like fucking like 8 years old as like a little girl, and then living in this extremely regimented like hive mind brain, and to be able to communicate that. Like, there was just an episode on the other day that the cold open was Janeway and 7 of 9 playing like, I don't know, the Star Trek equivalent of racquetball or whatever, and Janeway won, and 7 of 9 like borderline had a temper tantrum, but she had a temper tantrum in a very 7 of 9 way, and it's just like, that's a hard thing to do. I don't even know how to describe what she did, where she was unwilling to concede the loss was anything other than random chance, and she demanded a replay. And I just thought that was like really interesting. Yes, we can do one more of these. We're gonna switch this over, and now we'll have enough storage to do the ruined room, and maybe even a second one. Oh, it even shows you what you get, but then I always click past it too quickly and don't look. Hull reinforcement 2. Okay, excellent. Hold on, we're gonna research something, but it shows now that we can get up to 500 hull. So I think before we were at 450, very much worth it. I'm worried about going to the next sector and getting murdered. Like, we can metagame a little bit, right? Like, even Voyager would know the Borg is out there. The Borg is between them and their destination. So, negotiation tactics. Time for trade offers, not the most attractive. Increase the shuttle slots. I have to say, I'm really feeling that would be a benefit. It's when the shuttle is down, like, we're kind of knackered. Like, we can't do very much. 5 dilithium. We can afford 5 dilithium. We have tier 2 combat. We have tier 2 science. We have tier 2 engineering. Getting to tier 2 crew would give us the observation lounge. Increases morale by 6 per cycle, but reduces hull integrity by 30. I'm not sure that I'll do that even if I research it, but it does give rise to observation lounge level 2. Delicious meals would be nice. Sick bay level 2 would be good. You know what? You know what I really want? I really want level 2... Actually, we might do that. I really want level 2 food stuff. Food hydroponics. Threat assessment sensors. Wait, you know what we need? Because if the cost, so far everything's been 70. If the cost is going to start going up, then what we need is better laboratories. Where do those exist? Because we need to start generating more labs, more science points. Oh, hydroponics bay, we already have level 2. All right, well that knocks that out. Science lab level 2, this is what we want. So let's see if we can beeline for science lab level 2, and we can't yet. I honestly think that we save up for that, because it's only going to be 8 days or so. Yeah. The faster that we can science, the more that we can do. Czar loves solo leveling. It follows the light novels, not the show. I'm largely unfamiliar with this as a property. Inner says, although my first thoughts when they introduced her to Janeway was, so, this show... Well, I mean, Inner, what you're saying there, this show needs tits to get more viewers. It is well known, and I think that the two of them have come to an understanding, but that Kate Mulgrew and Jerry Ryan very much did not get along. Like, that was a very, very tense relationship. I really wanted that second shuttle, though. So let's see if we can not spin our wheels, but like find things to do for 5 days. I would love to upgrade the warp core. Wait, what are we doing here? We're spending duranium on something again. I would really maybe prefer not to do that. Except that we're doing it on bioneural gel packs, and we do need those, so I'm going to allow that to continue. Okay, so send the shuttle for food. 645. We can store that. At least the large majority of it. So let's do that. Okay. We have a good amount of food. And then I would not say no to more people. We're receiving a desperate transmission. A civilian transport has been ambushed by a small Kazon patrol, and its crew has been taken hostage. The message promises their expertise if we can rescue them. So we'd attempt to contact the Kazon ship and negotiate for their release. Offer fuel in exchange for the hostages, which we could afford. Intimidate the Kazon into releasing the hostages. That has almost a perfect 50-50 split. There's multiple sources of fuel, and we have about 5 days anyway. I'm actually going to negotiate for their release. Okay, 200 morale, which we really needed, and 6 crew joined Voyager. And now we are running low on people, so... sleeping space. So why don't we get ourselves... the holodeck? That's a 4 square. I kind of like maybe want to have a phaser control. Let's do some crew quarters. Fuck. We're not going to get that duranium. We're just not going to. I mean, we are eventually, but not right now. And we can't ask them to sleep outdoors, so... Yep, okay. Let's see when we recoup that 250 fuel, and then we're going to move on, I think. Enter ship. So let's just make sure that we don't... At least one of these had a bunch of tritanium in them as well. Right. So I think that we might max out. Again, I don't know. So let's... one of the duranium ones. Yeah, this one. All right, so let's switch this over to tritanium. Oh, and wait, there was a deal that came in. Trade away dilithium for... No, we've got fuel for now. We're not going to take that deal. It was more deuterium. Okay, we lost nothing. And that's it. I think that we top up the fuel tanks and then we go. A small trade vessel has been attacked and cornered in an asteroid field. The trade hail us, offering us all the resources they have on board if we help them. Intimidate the Kazon so they leave the trade alone. Hail the Kazon and... Wait, what's the difference? Hail them and demand or intimidate them. We have a lot of combat power. We're going to intimidate them. It has a higher upside. We couldn't intimidate the Kazon, and they're attacking furiously. Can we intercede? Yes, we can. Okay, so B'Elanna Klingon, Kanat, and Harry Kim, I like them all.
What are your orders, Captain?
Zara saying sleep outdoors in space. Yeah, that'll work. Also, just like how different she is in at least the one episode of Star Trek Picard. Hold on. We do need to target their weapon systems.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
All right, they're not going to be much of a threat if their weapons are down, which they are now.
Destroyed, Captain.
All right, let's see if they choose to stop. In the meantime, we're going to target their warp core.
Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Okay. And we got a bunch of duranium, but not obviously as much as we need. And the morale went up. And then a whole mess of deuterium on top of that. Hopefully not so much that we lost any. Well, we maxed out is the point. I don't think there's anything else that we would do here. Except I don't know how it calculates time, but we should start recharging the batteries. So we're going to go to ship, and we're going to turn off the holodeck. Sorry, guys. And that puts us back into the positive. Can we afford to turn this on? No, it's 9 power. Yeah, I think that we just let this ride. Hopefully the batteries will recharge as we go. The crew quarters will also take up some power, but then again... Yeah, okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's go to engineering office. Let's assign them to work the hull, and same deal here. Wait, no. They're assigned to a room. Switch to hull repair. Yes. Because then the other crew can do this. Yep. Yeah. There's a work crew that spawns out of main engineering, so they can work on this room while the others are, like, repairing the hull. But then we go. Like, that's it. Next sector. Entering nebula. These vast cosmic clouds interfere with our sensor readings. Proceed with caution, Captain. All points of interest within the nebula are currently obscured and scanning is not possible. Upgrade stellar cartography to scan in nebula.
Lieutenant Tom Paris. Business as usual. The Kazon are shooting at us, we're shooting back, though Seska and Kala have been conspicuously inconspicuous. Strategy? Psychology? Or did they finally take that much-needed honeymoon? Who knows? The captain's finally admitted she's losing faith in a peaceful resolution to our little Kazon conflict. I'm not exactly itching for a full-scale war myself. I prefer the Kazon just collectively beam themselves into a black hole. But let's be realistic here. Even with all our fancy Starfleet tech and the best damn pilot in the galaxy at the helm, the Kazon are basically a Hydra. Chop one head off, 2 more pop up. And Kala and Seska? They don't seem to care how many minions they burn through until they finally get what they...
And then log recording, pause, awaiting further commands. Report. The plasma stream burned away the inner layer of the warp coils. We're gonna need a source of verterium cortinide. Until we find it, our warp core output is severely restricted. We won't get it full power. Damn it to hell. Well, I guess I'm glad that we didn't upgrade it because it would have been capped down low again. This is really bad, by the way. Captain, an old friend of mine, Laxeth, is leading a Talaxian convoy in this sector. Great traitors. I'm sure they'll have what we need. It's worth a shot. More inspection of main engineering points to sabotage, Captain. Logs were systematically deleted at regular intervals, violating Starfleet protocol. This requires attention. So we could send Neelix to monitor the crew. He becomes unavailable, so he can't cook food, I guess. And that might be a real problem because we can't really turn on the... We're severely power limited now. Have Balana set up a trap. She becomes unavailable. Tuvok is not available to us anymore. We need all hands on deck. Well, this is a golden choice. Hold on. So this is a golden choice. So we cannot Tuvok. So chat will get to vote whether we send Neelix, Balana, and I assume it's regular Balana, not Balana Klingon, or we need all hands on deck. It is a 4, so that is going to be Balana. Lieutenant Torres, track any subspace comms from main engineering. There could also be a difference in outcome now that I think about it, like which one of them is going to be better at it. On it, Captain. Good. Now let's see this convoy. Okay. We are severely bad in power. Max activatable warp core is down to 2. Energy provider is only 180. So hold on, how bad is this? Homesickness settles deeper with every light year we cross. Though we edge closer to the Alpha Quadrant, the endless distance still before us weighs heavily on the crew's spirit. I see their longing grow quiet but restless, and know this strain tests not only our morale, but our resolve to persevere. Okay, so how bad is it? We're at negative 57 power. We've only got enough power for a couple days. We must turn things off. Holodeck is already off. I think we suspend the engineering operations. That takes us down to negative 51. I think we have to turn off a shield generator. Shield generator 6, phaser control is 9. Let's do a shield generator. Let's do a phaser control room. Oh boy. Let's do another shield generator. Now we're down to negative 30. I really don't want to turn off our labs. We've already got homeless people. $12 out of 12. I think we might... Wait, how much power does it take? 2. How much power does a regular crew quarters take? 4. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. We'll just go with the regular crew quarters then. Science lab, I definitely don't want to turn off. Engineering office is already shut down. Oh, I didn't realize we still had people in emergency quarters. Oops. I would have prioritized getting them into regular quarters. I really have to pay more attention to this. We have a lot of people in emergency quarters now that I look at it. I guess we've been filling that out as we go. Oh, the workshop isn't doing anything. That's another 3 right now. I don't think we can turn off the transporter room. We kind of need that. Well, I mean, we're not gonna get below the threshold, I don't think. How much power is it? It's only 2 for a cargo bay. Another 6 here? I mean, I do feel like we have to try to stretch it. Stellar cartography. What if we turn this off? What happens to us? Allowing for scans of points of interest. Well, hold on. Then we could scan now and then turn it off. Oh, but we can't scan for anything. Okay, then why don't we turn that off? I feel like it's not operational right now anyway. The science lab is 7, is what I'm saying. Like, I wanted to get up to the level 2 science lab, but maybe for right now we suspend operations. How about the bio lab? That's 8. If we turned off this in the other lab... Here's the thing, though. It takes so long. It takes so long to, like, make a bioneural gel pack that I kind of want them running all of the time. Can we put a hero in here to help out? Medicine? Oh, Danara! She's not doing anything. Yes, let's put her in there. Can we turn off the shuttle bay? Oh, we could turn off the shuttle bay. Let's turn that off at least when we're in transit. And that's actually very cool that it actually, like, powers down. And maybe we turn off the aerospace. Another 8. Oh, we're so close now. So... We can turn off a cargo bay. If we could get a little bit positive, like I drained the batteries with the stupid holodeck, and now people don't have enough power to like turn on their showers. A phaser control room. I didn't realize this was out here, so we're gonna turn that off. Okay, that gets us. If we can recharge our batteries at all, then when we have to turn all this stuff back on for a fight, we'll be in a much better position. What do we have a lot of storage on? Nothing, actually. Yeah, literally nothing. Okay, then we're just going to ride with the +7. We're going to try to power back up. Okay, so where are we? Here. Inner is taking off. Inner, I will see you later on today. We've altered course to investigate a distress signal, but something feels off. Sensors show an unidentified vessel closing fast. It's an ambush. Well, probably could have anticipated this, but I honestly don't think that we had another option based on how much we were having power problems. Battle stations. We are evenly matched right now. It is what it is. We start combat.
What are your orders, Captain?
Do we try to flee? I don't think so. I still like our odds. Maybe I will learn to regret this. Let's aim at their... weapons.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
Now, B'Elanna Klingon we use
Ability
every
ready,
single run, because every single time that it procs, because
Ability ready,
she's
Captain.
cumulatively better. She has a cumulative bonus every time that she goes that lasts for the duration of the battle. Okay, they're really, really chewing through our shields. And we've done nothing to them so far. So, let's protect our forward shields.
Moving to defend the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Let's let our shields charge back up to whatever their maximum is.
Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, and now let's go on the offensive again. We really did not make a dent in them. Offensive actions on the weapons.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
Or... it does feel like the shields are a little bit more vulnerable. By a lot, actually. Let's aim at their shield
Ability
generator.
ready, Captain. Ability ready,
The longer this goes on, the more potent B'Elanna Klingon is making us.
Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, just looking here. Our weapons are not doing well. Do we target their warp core? I think we target their warp core at this stage, because we're passing right in front of them.
Enemy ability ready, Captain.
Okay. That hurt, but we made it through. Hull SAS is at 88%. We were only like 90, 92 before. Can you power up? Oh, I forgot that you can shunt around power. Markwack was asking, can you power up the shield generator you just shut down as well as phaser control? Not in this amount of time. And I think that that's a balance issue, because otherwise, if you could do that, you just keep it off all the time and then turn them back on right when combat started. So you have to have them on going in, and I'm gonna headcanon that as they take some time to, like, you know, get all the lights on. You know, they take some time to spool up. I think it's really important for balance. Okay, so we got some tritanium, and it doesn't look like we lost any, which is good. And then there's nothing else here. So we could just idle, and I really don't want to do that. I think that we want to continue to explore. So let's head to Unknown. Ooh, do we want to turn on one in the engineering and put them to work on the hull? So our previous maximum was 450. Because we researched the upgrade, we're at what our old maximum was. So I think that we're just going to leave it as is, recharge the batteries because they are like at half capacity. When we feel like we're going to go into a fight and we need to turn everything on, we need to have those batteries charged. But Marquardt, what you can do in combat is like shunt around the power, and I haven't done that at all yet. We located a rich asteroid field containing valuable minerals. One of our scientists suggests using a new experimental mining technique which has the potential for a much higher yield, but there's a chance it could destroy the asteroids. Well, we can't get any tritanium here anyway, so let's go. We're actually maxed out on that. From Laxeth. Sorry, is that the story beat, do you think? Maybe we should be prioritizing that. I was, like, immediately looking around. I thought Balana was going to go do something to help out. So, this would give us some deuterium. But we're so close to maximum right now, I think that we just leave for now and maybe know that that's there. Let's go back to the ship. So, if somebody was assigned here, like Joe Carey, for example, what does that get us exactly? Warp core repair rate. Well, I mean, Carey's not doing anything right now, and he's really good at engineering, so let's put him in. Look at how cool that looks in the darkness, by the way. It's a good look. One day to have our new crew quarters, and then that's going to help out morale some. I think it's that it's somewhere here in the... Oh, no, it's all the way over here. Well... But I want to do the story. Okay. That's going to be some more power. We can always turn it off and be in a less in the same position that we're already at. Yeah, I think we turn that on. We still want to have the batteries recharging, but I don't like the amount of morale that we're losing. I really want to recharge those batteries, though. Okay. Captain, we've reached our destination. We've arrived at the Class M planet sending the distress signal. I'm reading hundreds of life signs. They're contacting us, Captain. It's a Federation frequency. Maybe the caretaker provided us with some company? Or Starfleet finally came looking for us and settled on a planet. It's what Harry Kim thinks happened. Oh, I love supporting or curbing his optimism. This shall be a vote. And the vote is in. It is for curb enthusiasm. Let's not jump too far ahead. The Delta Quadrant won't allow mistakes. On screen, morale -10. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway of the Federation Starship Voyager. Who am I speaking to? Well, I don't have a voice. Greetings, Captain. I'm surprised our sensors picked up a Federation ship. Not that I wasn't happy about it. Who am I? I apologize, Captain. My excitement got the best of me. My name is Riley Fraser. Some years ago, I was working as a science officer on a vessel in the Bolian sector. We were attacked without warning by aliens. Those of us who survived were put into some kind of stasis. Next thing we knew, we were here on this planet. It seems like we share the same luck. We were also taken to the Delta Quadrant by force. It's kind of the culture of the quadrant, as we're learning. Offer to take some of them with you. Ask more about Fraser's group. Well, why would you ever not ask? Who's with you on this planet? Any other Federation species? 3 humans besides me, some Klingons, Cardassians, Romulans, the dozens of other species I'd never seen before. And where are the aliens that left you here? No one knows. We all have the same story, grabbed from wherever and dumped here. However, most of the species here have become hostile. They raid our group frequently. If possible, could you provide us with resources? So we can't level 2 sickbay them. We can give them some duranium, which I want for my warp core, or tell them that you can't help. Well, if we tell them that we can't help, I feel like it immediately ends the story. And for, like, I don't want to do that. And also, we can always get more duranium, I assume. I don't know where or how, because we've really been having trouble with that. But we're not going to leave people in distress. And also, I want to do the story. And hello to Ronan. Ronan, I hope that your Tuesday is going great. We don't have much to spare, but we'll share what we can. Thank you, Captain. This will help us hold out a bit longer. I will give you 200 morale for that. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but we have another request to make. Our scanners picked up an abandoned Borg cube, but we don't have any way to reach it. If you could retrieve a piece of technology from the cube, it could help us establish peace on this planet. We could ask why they're familiar with Borg technology, ask what kind of Borg technologies she's asking about. I feel like, yeah, they're asking about something specific on a Borg cube, and the only thing that those things have are monsters and those little triangular things that you shoot with your phaser to piss off the monsters. So, you know, the power conduits or whatever. So, how are you so familiar with Borg technology? How are you familiar with Borg technology, Ms. Fraser? Some of us studied the Borg in the Alpha Quadrant. What we need is called a neuroelectric field generator. If you're willing to help, we can provide the coordinates of the cube. So again, I don't want to not do the story, is the thing. So, I mean, that would be a pretty crappy episode if they had the cold open and then Janeway said during Act 1, nah. So, let's agree to help. I just feel like it's more interesting. Send us the coordinates. We'll take a look and bring you the technology if we find it. Thank you, Captain. Your efforts will contribute to the peace and harmony on our planet. Okay, what's the scroll? Okay, there we go. So, we're not at the point of needing deuterium. Wait, did they send us coordinates? Oh my god. Well, I mean, yes. And we could actually scan there. Hold on, can we look at it? Wait, how do we look? Right. Oh, can't activate stellar cartography. And we need like level 2, I think. I don't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, look, there it is. The big cube. So rather than sail 2 weeks in that direction, let's see what else we can find. There's 3 things over here, but there's like a lot more over here. Sizing, can you lie in the game, find the cube, and keep the loot? I suspect so, without like knowing for sure on any one specific thing. Breaking your word and no, I want to keep this. Oh, I couldn't find it. That does seem to be valid. We've been hailed by a passing trader boasting of his exceptional wares for sale. Upon closer inquiry, it soon becomes clear that he's speaking not of goods, but of living beings. Our scans also revealed that his vessel is unusually heavily armed for its small size. So, attempt a secret transporter operation to beam out the captives. We could leave for now and then turn on all of our things and try to attack. We're not leaving slaves. We're not doing that. And I don't want to buy them free, especially since I want to keep our dilithium. This has such a high chance of failure. I would like to intimidate. So we're going to say, that sounds like a very appealing deal. Can you wait about 6 hours while we just flip a couple switches on this side? So let's see what we get. That's all of our combat-related style stuff. Oh, and that one as well. And actually, since we have a chance to prepare, let's hero this up. Let's put in... Oh, no, she's already on that. Chakotay's already doing it. Kanat's already in phaser control. Yeah, we've only got 3 security experts since Tuvok's not available. And he had the temerity to die. Damn it, Tuvok. Okay. So, now let's go back here and intimidate the traitor. We have a very high combat power when everything is on. 8 crew. The slaver relented after a tense standoff. Captain, The captives are free, but many are weak and will require medical attention before they can settle in aboard Voyager. Well, that's good, because we don't have a place to house them anyway. Okay, now that we've done that, we were really biting off more than we could realistically chew on that. Let's turn all this stuff back off. Okay, and now we're back to +3. To be honest, I'm thinking about turning off the crew quarters again. I do want to build... I simultaneously want to build another one, and also... How much are they? Yeah, we can't afford that anyway. Emergency quarters might be a stronger pick right now, because for 2 emergency quarters, they're going to be the same amount of power, but they house 24 people instead of 20. And, like... Once these people get out of sickbay, I think they have to go back into, like, the queue here. Can we do an emergency quarters? 25. This is all... Yeah, and then we can't do hull replacements, so we're not going to do that then. We have to deal with this power problem. I think that we have to go to the next location. Soon. We've uncovered a well-hidden science station on a small moon orbiting an inconspicuous planet. Despite its hidden nature, the scientists hailed us and are eager to talk. Well, we do have a science laboratory that we haven't turned off, so let's ask for an exchange of scientific knowledge. Okay. Oh! So, wait, we've kept this on for a reason. Actually, we've kept it. We still accrued the science points. Let's do... Science... We want to aim at Science Lab level 2, even if we can't do it for a while. Wait, 8... No, we still have enough to upgrade the warp core when it's time. Okay, so that's going to be 2 weeks. I feel like we're good. I think very soon we need to leave this nebula. We've detected a Class D planet. This small planetoid has no atmosphere, but scans reveal surface deposits of resources just beneath the ice. Well... We really, really need duranium. Like, a lot. I think that we're going to take the chance and launch the torpedo. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Not the 140... I mean, I don't know that we can upgrade it right now anyway, but as soon as we get that, I want to get into the warp core. So, now the question is... We don't know where to find food. I think... Wait, at -48... This is going to be... I don't think that we can afford this. Hold on. Because to go here is 16 cycles. To go here is 4 cycles. 4 cycles, about 50 a day. That's 100. That's 200. Let's go here now, because we need to solve the story. We have to repair the warp core. Captain, I must inform you that our shield and weapon systems are inadequate for the threats present in this sector. If we're to navigate the quadrant safely, I recommend immediate enhancements. Build a new combat room, upgrade a combat room to level 2, hire an allied ship. I don't know where to find one. Not now, we have more pressing matters. Nunez... To upgrade a combat room, we would need to have the resources, which I don't have. We would need to have the science points to research in the first point, which I don't have. We would need to have the time, which I don't have. You'll have 40 cycles, it says, which is a long time. Build a new combat room is the most realistic one. Let's promise that and then try to do it. Accept the comms request. Captain, we're being hailed on all emergency frequencies. Putting them on screen now.
We're the Nezu.
I don't know this guy's voice.
We're the Nezu. Our colony is under threat by asteroids. We need urgent help.
Don't help. No, we will help. Understood. We'll be there soon.
Thank you, Captain. Please hurry. We won't hold on much longer.
Well, I guess we're going to go do that now. Like, that seems really urgent. So, It could be a trap. Let's go there. Let's go there and then maybe turn on all of our weapon and shield systems if we have time. Did we ever just settle on a voice for her? More damage reports. Someone's doing this on purpose. Cargo bay got damaged. Can we fix it? Repair. And turn on, like, I think we need some more martial law on this ship. Routine, it would affect morale, but so would getting vacuumed into space. Let's see. We need to build a new combat room. Oh, wait, if I was going to do it, it would be here, because we had the 4 squares. So we could do a phaser control room over here. Yeah, we can't do any of these other things. So, no available work team and no available work team. But we could get one. We could turn on engineering office for 3 power. And then we could come here and turn on... Wait. Phaser control room. We're never going to upgrade the warp core. But we are going to do this. Okay. Right there. Let's have our phaser control room right next to the holodeck. They'll have something to, like, chill out after a big combat. Okay, so cargo bay has been repaired. Hopefully we didn't lose any materials. By the way, I didn't look at which cargo bay it was, but hopefully we didn't, like, lose whatever was... We would have lost whatever was stored in there, but I think that's only if you're over the limit. After the destruction. Okay, what is this set to currently, by the way? We're good on that. We're fine on that. We're clearly fine on Duranium, and this is currently set to Deuterium. Yeah, let's just keep it at Deuterium for now. We're not... Well, hold on. No, let's keep it at Deuterium, just in case we ever get a bunch. That's the one thing that we always want to make sure we can store. Okay, I just want to turn on our rooms, Harry. We're not leaving. We're going to help out right now, but just give me a second. Okay, let's go turn on everything. Okay. Captain, the Nezu planet. It's even worse than what we expected. Voyager arrives just in time to witness a catastrophic meteor shower bombarding the planet, leaving fiery trails of destruction. The crew races against time to provide aid. Shields are holding. We're unaffected by the debris for now. Captain, a massive asteroid is heading straight for the colony. So, block the asteroid with Voyager, not my favorite thing. Phaser control room level 1, tractor beam level 1. So this has, what is that, 55%? 55%. Well, if they're all 55%, let's do the least stupid thing. Tow the asteroid back into space, shoot the asteroid with phasers. I'm going to try shooting it, because based on its mass, maybe we would just, like, speed it up, or, like, well, we might slow it down. I'd like to ask Tuvok, but let's do the tractor beam. Oh, hello to Kay! The food situation is looking grim. Yes, and then we'd have to put them on replicator rations, which is bad, but with all the nebulas, we need food for sure. The layoffs will continue until morale improves. The Epic Games motto, apparently. Let's try to tractor beam. Activate tractor beam. We'll tow the asteroid back into space. Asteroid secured. Initiating course correction, and hey, there it goes. The asteroid's response was irregular. It seemed to resist the tractor beam. That's unusual. A malfunction of the sensors, perhaps? Possible, but the sensors were consistent across multiple systems. Further investigation may be warranted. Several more asteroids are approaching. We must find a more effective solution to protect the Nezu. Captain, we're being hailed from the surface.
Starship, Doctor, the debris, asteroids evidence. Meet up.
That was strange. Another hail incoming, Captain. You finally arrived, Captain. What was this guy's voice?
The asteroid would have caused heavy losses without your intervention. Thank you.
Of course, Ambassador. We just had a strange hail from the surface.
Oh, that must have been Dr. Vatem. His lab was hit in the bombardment. Please, Captain, you must help him. He's the only one who could save our planet.
I'll send an away team now. Don't worry, Ambassador. We'll bring him back. It's promising a lot. So we need to have lots of Starfleet power, and some science power and some mechanical power. Oh, and pilot and Talaxian. Well, we do have a Tom Paris, and we do have a Talaxian, so we're going to slot them in right away. So now, do we have anybody that's both science and phasers? Science and phasers? Danara is world knowledge and medicine. No. So we have no phaser power and no science, and they're both 2. So I'll tell you what, if this is an order of challenges, like it's giving us a preview of like in order, here we have 2 different options, and here we only have 1 alternative option. Wait, but those are both phaser. And then here, this is it. So yeah, it comes out even. So science or phasers? I guess who's better? If we send Harry Kim, which I love to do, he has 57 science. Balana has 49 phaser. And Kanut has 61 phaser. So I think Kanut might win. Yeah, Kanut wins. He's got the 61 phaser. So we're going to do that. Oh, and we double up on pilot. Wait a second. What if... No. But if... So wait. If he gets us pilot... Wait, what if we take Paris out? What if we sent... Who's a beaker person? Harry. Oh, now we have everything. Okay, this is a better plan. Sorry, Tom. I didn't realize that Kanut was also a pilot. Is he our best science person? I think he is. Cass is 29. Yep. Yeah, that's our best crew. Start mission. Captain, we're losing control of the shuttle. Thrusters are failing. God damn it. Can nobody on this ship pilot a shuttle? How hard can it be? The thrusters are failing. Our altitude is rapidly declining. We're about to crash. Well, let's give it some strong thought. Switch to emergency power. We can do that by Harry and Neelix Herrixing it. Brace for impact. Attempt to lessen the impact. This has such a high chance of success, and we get 250 morale, which, to be honest, with the food situation, and a lot of science. Pilot. Attempt to lessen. You guys, what are the odds? Let's find out. Did I say hello to Kay? Kay, I hope you had a great weekend. And a great Tuesday. Okay. The pilot takes control of the shuttle and manages to lift up slightly before crashing near Dr. Vatim's lab. The team leaves the wreckage unharmed. Captain, Dr. Vatim's lab has collapsed. He must be buried under the rubble. We need to find a way to get him out of there fast. Vaporize the rocks with your phaser sounds a little bit dangerous. Oh no, look at how terrible these choices are. And he's fatigued. Damn it. Combine your strength into moving the rocks, which is really just him. That has a lower chance of success. I'd rather have this reward, but it's less likely. I think that we vaporize the rocks with our phasers. Oof. Well, let's do it. Be careful. Don't hit that guy. Yeah. Oh, we did it. The team disintegrates the rocks, avoiding Vatim with the utmost care. Once freed, they realize they aren't high enough to bring back the Voyager. Luckily, they find an orbital lift not far from them. Entering the orbital lift now. Wait. A woman has been hiding here. She's grabbed Dr. Vatim at knife point. What should we do? So, Kanut is double fatigued. I think that we Neelix it, calm the woman down, and offer Voyager's help. That seems like a reasonable thing to be offering. It sucks that he has to do this alone, but fingers crossed, Neelix. Be your most charming. Oh, he really was, too. In their calm voices, they explain to the woman they just want to leave and offer her refuge on Voyager. After a moment of silence, she releases Dr. Vatim and joins the team. That's another 200 morale, or maybe that's the total outcome. Wait, she had 350 food. You guys, 350 food would feed the entirety of Voyager for weeks. That's a lot of food. Where was she storing this? I guess she had it in the orbital lift. Captain, it looks like the tether has been damaged. We'll probably have to make some repairs. So as a Talaxian, we could use our experience, but he's very tired from that tense negotiation. We could team him up with Harry, or... Wow, I like this. Apply your knowledge of Starfleet's control systems. That is as close to a guaranteed victory as we'll get, and we get 400 deuterium, which we can't see the total. It's either 1,500 or... Is it worth doing this, though? Hold on, what would this look like? It's very likely. I don't think we can store that much deuterium, I'm concerned about. I think our limit... Oh, no, wait, we can see on the bar? Yeah, we can store 2,000. Okay, we're gonna double up on this. Now, Harry is our mechanics guy. Who's our science guy? Is that Neelix? No, Harry is our science guy. Wait, then who's our mechanics guy? Is it Neelix? Oh, it says it right here. So if we do this, then our next one is going to be really unlikely. Like, really unlikely. I think that we just try to find the blueprints. Because we need Neelix ready to help out on the next one. Because if we either have them both fatigued or only one fatigued. So that's our goal. Yeah, the food bonus is really nice too. The team searches for instructional diagrams in the various consoles inside the lift. They find detailed blueprints and manage to decipher enough to make crucial repairs. They begin their ascent. Yeah, the food will really help out. And there's our deuterium. Ascending now. Arg! Something's not right. We're losing maglev cohesion. We're gonna derail. So... yes, if we have these two team up, we are guaranteed success and a very small chance of better success. 400 more deuterium? I think I'd take it. I mean, I really... like, we actually need this. We're empty. We actually have no duranium at all. What would this look like? It's not worth the risk. It's not worth it. We're going to increase the carriage's velocity. If you're careening out of control, best option, go faster. As the team increases the... and by the way, this would have been, I think, inside the red zone for the other one. As the team increases the carriage's velocity, they almost derail. Managing to realign the cart, they reach an altitude that allows Voyager to beam them aboard before they lose maglev cohesion. Okay, so in total, we got 350 food, which is, again, really big. 600 deuterium, which doesn't max out. We didn't actually lose any that I'm very happy about. We got some more of this, and 30 science points, and 450 morale, which I don't think maxes it out, but, like, is a huge recovery, and nobody got injured. Captain, the away team has returned from Dr. Vadim. You can tell because I'm here to tell you about it. Take the doctor to sickbay. Call me when he's been checked over. How do you feel, Dr. Vadim?
I've been better, but we have some more urgent topics to discuss. Can you contact the ambassador? Dr. Vadim, I'm glad you're alive. Have you found the solution to the mess we're in? Hey, not a solution, but a suspicion. Each asteroid shows traces of anomalous energy signatures. I suspect this event was no natural catastrophe. We also have our suspicions. The asteroid we took care of showed unusual readings. Hey, we need more data. Data, that's how I pronounce that word. A larger asteroid should reveal enough. If I'm correct, we'll find more signs of manipulation. That's good timing. Scanners are picking up a slow-moving gargantuan asteroid. An impact of that size would be catastrophic. Helm, set a new course. We need to stop this thing. Okay, we might turn off our asteroid-style stuff for the flight. Where is it? There. All right, hold on, because some of this stuff... oh, no, we have to turn on... hold on, let's turn on the stellar cartography. And now let's scan what we can scan. And then the stuff inside the asteroid we can't see. So there is food over there. There's fuel there, but we're good on fuel.
And then some duranium. I'd love to have that. And then a shipwreck, which has some deuterium. Yes, we've got a couple sources of food. I don't know how we are 3 cycles away from that and we go do this instead. If it's a giant, slow-moving asteroid, I do feel that we have some time. Also, that's it. Look at this graphic up here. That's really cool. The ball of gas. That's really rendered nicely. Let's go here. And here's what we want to do. We want to turn off all of our combat stuff for most of the flight. Oh no, not that. We need that. And then, is there anything else we can turn off, like a cargo bay, or what's this? This is... Nope, I'm not throwing out a single thing. They can pry it from my cold, dead hands. Cold and dead in the vacuum of space because I ran down my life support rather than give up even one single item. Nope, we can't turn that off. Like, we should have a food place that we can turn off. Or this. Yeah, no, we've literally none. Let's turn off the duranium bay. Literally, hold on. No. Turn that off. Okay, can we find one more? Not that one. Okay, yes, this cargo bay, we're fine. Yep. Okay, so now we're in positive power. Oof. Yeah, I feel like that's it. We recharge as best as we can. So looking, like, seriously though, is there anything else we can turn off? No, literally nothing. Not unless we want to turn off the biolaboratory, and well, hold on, but it can't do anything. Actually, we can turn this off because we don't have any duranium to build this. So, yeah, that's going to be another 9. And then this cargo bay is not ready to be emptied yet. Okay. But, so I need to jump back in there in 2 cycles because we want to turn it all back on. All those new crew members. Oh, they're nothing but bottomless stomachs, Markwack. So, hold on. We're going to go here, but I'm going to press 1 in 2 cycles. Okay, hold on. Enter ship. We're gonna turn this off, though. And then we're going to turn it back on. Yes, we did it. Oh, you know what? I should have waited because we were at maximum... What's it called? But whatever. Okay, but now turn it back off. We're going to save as much power as we can on the way. We have 1 more cycle, though. Oh, and actually... Yeah, actually, we can turn off the engineering offices because they can't do anything now. We don't have any duranium. Okay, 1 more cycle. Flop. Okay. We have entered a nebula. Okay, and now we turn it all back on. All of the combat-related stuff, at least. That's what I mean. Engineering office, cargo bay, crew quarters. Wait, what's the one that we just built back here? Did I already turn this on? Phaser control room, yes. Okay, and then again, let's just make sure that we have people in them any place that we can. Heroes. Yep, no, still all assigned. Where's B'Elanna Klingon assigned specifically? I feel like I don't see her picture. Oh, she's in that one. I never turned that one off. Okay, there we go. Okay. And we have science tier level 3. If we can't research anything right now, which actually we can, I do think that we might turn off the science lab, but... Okay. We want to get to science lab level 2. Okay, so we're going to leave it on because we want to get 7 more science points. Captain, we've reached our destination. Convoy leader on screen.
Greetings, Captain. Neelix told me what you're looking for. Our convoy was raided by Kazon Nistrum. They stole all our Verterium Cortinide. If you'll excuse me, I have a convoy to rebuild.
What a coincidence. Kala's putting obstacles in our way again. Maybe it's time to seek him out for once. Seek him out for once. Please tell me, Janeway, please tell me we didn't come all the way here for, like, now we don't have a way to fix it. Hold on. Wait until Janeway calls a meeting to discuss the next steps. I feel like she could do that now if she wanted to. It feels like a good time, Captain. So let's do... I do feel like it's important to do this, and... Average enemy power is a $110. We're at 130 with everything turned on. But we can't fly around like this. Isn't there some way, like, even if you can't upgrade the warp core? No. I mean, I would start the upgrade process if we could, but we don't have any of those resources. So I think we have to move through this sector as quickly as we can. I think we have to turn some stuff off. Let's turn off phaser control room. Can we keep some of them on? What's our current combat power? Does it say on this screen anyplace? It certainly says on this screen. So where are we now? 136? Oh, so that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Still. To be honest, our morale is so high we might turn off some crew quarters. It's not my favorite choice, but do we have any like phaser control rooms or anything? Yeah, hold on. Anything that doesn't have a hero in it specifically. So let's tool around like this. We are on emergency power, but I hate this idea. I really don't like it. Let's turn off this shield generator. Okay, so we're gonna recharge the batteries. I feel like this is risky, but... Yeah, no, we are in a nebula. Captain, reach our destination. So again, just in case it comes up, and we will talk to Janeway in just a second. She had her chance. Like, we had the whole ride here. Oops. Okay, please tell me. I accidentally turned off a battery. I hope we didn't lose any stored energy. We're going to turn this on. And that on. Okay, everything's on. We've reached the asteroid. It appears its velocity has decreased since our initial scan. Destroying an asteroid at that side could endanger the ship, Captain. I would advise a cautious approach in acquiring more... Acquiring? Why does that look weird to me? Acquiring more data. Get a hold of the asteroid with the tractor beam. Carefully shoot parts of the asteroid. Scan the asteroid. And if we had Dreadnought AI, then we'd have an option there, but we don't. Phaser control room. So that's, what, 55, 55, 55. So we've got 3 different options. I feel like scan is always, like, a good place to start. Let's start by scanning the asteroid. Maybe we'll find something unusual just like last time. Captain, the scans detect unusual energy patterns. High concentration of ARG. Did that asteroid just fire a warning shot? That isn't an asteroid, it's a starship. Captain, we're being hailed.
There's no need for aggression. We are the Etanian Order.
Are you responsible for the asteroid bombardment of the Nezu planet?
The Etanian Order claims this territory. The Nezu will withdraw. You are not Nezu. Why is this conflict your concern?
I'm a friend of the Nezu, and I'm not going... I met them yesterday, and I'm not going anywhere until we've stopped your attacks on their planet.
You'll die for this planet. We would much prefer peace to war. If you withdraw, we'll give you some of our warheads.
Captain, our scanners show advanced weaponry. A fight would not be advisable. Dr. Vadim and the Nezu are counting on us. We have to help them. Well, I think this has to be a vote. Like, this is not a golden choice, but this is a vote that we should do. Protect the Nezu, prepare to fight the Etanian Order, or do what the Etanian Order commands and back off. And bear in mind, heading into this, we did turn on all of our combat things, so we have our best shot of surviving combat if that's what we want to do. Sorry, the vote is in, and it is unanimous. We will protect the Nezu and fight. I don't like bullies. This is your last chance to retreat.
You would be willing to die for them, a loyal friend, and a foolish one.
Captain, they're powering up their weapons. Battle stations. Okay, we have a, because of our stuff being on, I feel like we're in a pretty good position. I don't know why we would change up our crew. Like, this is a really good group. Use the energy of the warp core efficiently. Allocate your remaining energy to either weapons, engines, or shields to boost offense, mobility, or defense, which is what Marquardt was mentioning earlier. So hold on.
What are your orders, Captain?
This honestly looks like a big space station to me. So they have... Oh no, we have mega shields. They have good shields. I think... Do you want to aim at their... They have a lot of shields. Do you want to aim at their shield generator? Kind of. Let's aim at their shield generator. And obviously we're going to Balana.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
The shield generator has the weakest hit points of... Okay, so wait a second. I'm not actually, like, looking over here, right? So, our starboard shields are low, but they're only down by some. Do we want to... That's our go juice? Yeah, like, really right where we are is where we want to be, and we've almost taken out their shield generator. So what if we dial down... How do you do this specifically? Oh, what? That's
destroyed,
not...
Captain.
Hold on. What? Hold on. I wanted to interact with this.
Ability ready, Captain.
Oh, wait. What does that do? Hold on. I'm not sure we can do this while it's paused. I want to take some out of this one, and I want to put it into this one, but I accidentally, like, took one out of weapons, I assume. And I'm just acknowledging that looks like a... Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's WASD, not the arrow keys. So, what do I want to do? Oh, I guess it didn't matter. I've got to work out those controls, because that seems really important. Oh, Marquardt's got to head out for a while. Marquardt, I hope you have a great evening. Oh, I think I missed the... I saw Kay, and then I missed Marquardt. Marquardt, if you're here or see this later, I hope that you... have a great evening, and hopefully we'll see you later on. Kay says, in hindsight, maybe we shouldn't have voted for combat with how broken our situation is. Having whatever their warhead technology was would probably have been helpful in the future, but it would have felt real crappy. Like, I'll say that, to, like, leave these people to their fate. Hull status is at 81%. We did go up in morale. Captain, the Etanian Order is retreating. Let's deliver this news to the Nezu.
Whatever you've done has worked. The asteroid impacts have stopped.
Hey, Ambassador, the asteroids were part of an invasion strategy by a species called the Etanian Order. Without Voyager, we would have been doomed. They risked their lives for us.
Thank you, Captain. The Nezu are forever in your debt. Let us reward you with some of our planet's resources.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I legitimately think that we need them. I'd love to be all altruistic, and I wouldn't have asked for anything, but if they're offering... Bro, do you have some duranium and, like, I don't know, warp cores? Thank you, Ambassador. All the best to you and your people. So we'd get, oh, so much duranium. Can we store this? If this gets vented into space, I'm going to be really angry.
Same to you and your crew. May your journey be short and safe. Farewell.
Farewell. Helm, set a course for not the Delta Quadrant, because we're still in a bad way. We have to repair the warp core. Okay, hold on. God! Oh, I'm so angry! Janeway, turn on the sorry, I'm being loud. Turn on the cargo bays. We could have had the 140 that we needed. Oh, that makes me mad. I think that as a patch, they should allow you to go in and like reconfigure and turn on the cargo bays at least. Like, they don't need to have a big spool up situation. It's fine. It's fine. Like, there's definitely, you're supposed to be planning ahead, but also, like, we're trying to survive, man. This is like 5 days worth of energy right here. Like, we can't ride around like this. Hold on a second. Oh, I can't believe how much. I mean, we got something. Here's the thing. We got something, right? Like, it's fine-ish. We're at +1. I hear it. Wait, Bridge has something for us. Waste Assembler. Captain, my analysis of our waste system shows we're jettisoning, yes, valuable materials. I propose we build a waste disassembler. Oh, it's not, I honestly thought it was like biological waste. I thought that, well, it doesn't matter what I thought. I think we all get what I thought. This facility would break down refuse at a subatomic level, yielding critical raw materials like deuterium for fuel and duranium for hull repairs. This would turn our waste into a continuous resource stream, vital for Voyager's self-sufficiency. Research and build a waste disassembler. Well, if we say current priorities are elsewhere, I think we immediately take the loss. So let's agree to do this. Waste disassembler. Okay. If we wanted to research that, which we now have our 100 points, and I really wanted the level 2 research or science lab, waste disassembler would probably be under crew? Crew or science, I would think. Let's go to crew. I don't see it on tier 2. I'm hoping that it's not too far down. Engineering is the other possibility. Material recovery, is this it? No, but hold on. Nope. No, we don't want that. Science? Waste disassembler. Oh, and we can get to it. Okay. Well, look, we don't technically need this for morale, but I mean, seems pretty good to me, I guess. I mean, we came down here to get the science thing, but the science lab, well, hold on, because if we, it's 100, so if we take this now, it would be a minimum of like 50 days, and I think the closer to be 100 days before we could afford waste disassembler. So we're gonna go for this right now. Okay. And now, maybe Janeway is ready to call her staff meeting. Cullen and Seska have chased us long enough. This ends now. Not for the Verterium, not for revenge, but because we have a mission. We have a home to reach. Bold. In that case, we should strengthen our defensive and offensive capabilities. Laxeth may be willing to help us if we help them with repairs, though it could take a while. What is she on, by the way? The actual B'Elanna? Speaking of reinforcements, I propose building a holographic ship projector to make it appear as though we have backup. Lonnie, we're already doing your other thing. Holographic ship projector unlocked in the science tech tree. A similar idea. We could use the deflector grid to create echo displacements. Kazon sensors would pick up a whole fleet. They just have to leave before realizing it's an illusion. I like the sound of all of that. Send a hero to ask Laxeth for help. Start preparing Voyager for the confrontation. I feel like Voyager is prepared for the confrontation. Like, all we need to do is have all the ship systems operational at the time of the fight. So let's see if we can ask Laxeth for help. And about the Talaxians. So we get to choose Tom Paris, Neelix, Harry Kim. Wait, why are they all level 1? I guess for this thing, they all have an equal benefit. Well, I think that we want to do this one as a vote. And the vote is in. The vote is to send Neelix. Neelix, you know Laxeth best. Go. Oh, and then it's a separate thing. Okay, so we do get to do both. Begin preparations immediately. Dismissed. So, upgrade. So here are the things that we can do. Wait for more information about the potential traitor. Upgrade the navigational deflector to level 2. Research holographic ship projector in the science tech tree. Can we just see how expensive that would be? We're not going to do it right now because, like, we're busy with something, but science tech tree. Holographic ship. I bet it's 100. Yeah, we'd have to research this, which is 70, by the way. This would be 70. Yeah. Oh, unlocks the doctor's combat ability. That sounds like fun. But we are busy for the next 14 days. Increased combat power. We're at 93 of 110. Oh, that's because we turned everything off. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to keep it off for now. We need to recharge the batteries. I want to get us to a state where we can fly around with everything on for like a day or two, and right now we're right on that razor's edge. If there's anything else that we can turn off. Oh, you know what? Hey, nobody's in sickbay right now. That's a very rude thing of me to say since the doctor is there and he might feel some kind of way about being switched off, but I'm sorry, Doctor, we need that 7 power. Oh, and no, wait, we have people in... I take it back. We do have people in sickbay. I'm going to leave it on. Part of me is like, turn off the crew quarters. I think we do turn off the biolaboratory at this point. We need the power. Hydroponics bay would be another 5. I think we do that. How close are you to a harvest? 3 days? Maybe we'll turn it off in 3 days, because that's going to be another 75 food. That's a day plus of food. Oh, look at that. Okay, so in the meantime, we're still good enough on deuterium. Let's head here and then maybe down here to get that food. We've encountered a debris field. Consists of starships that have been very recently destroyed. Let's... So we need... Oh, wait, no, we're full on this. And we need to repair the ship hull. Okay, hold on. That was a little wasteful. Not really, because we recovered some batteries. But we're going to turn the engineering office on and put them on hull repair. We'll turn this one on and put them on hull repair. We need all of this that we can get. So I do think that we turn on our cargo bays. We get jumped at any time, by the way. This is a level 2 sector. Wait, was that the only one that we needed to turn on? That's full. We could shift over 1 deuterium. I want to get all of this geranium. It's really been a problem. Or geranium, whatever. Okay. Risk ambush. I don't feel like we can risk ambush. I think I'd rather have the 56. Well, it's not red. We took 40 points of damage. The 40 points of damage is more deuterium, more geranium than we got. Not great luck. We are totally out of food. It's going to tell us this in just a second. Let's switch them over to, I mean, honestly, emergency rations? Premium replicator rations. How much extra power is that? A lot, but we can afford it for right now. I can get battery power faster than I can get morale. Let's go see if we can get some food. Captain, the occurrences of deliberate tampering are increasing ship-wide. Emergency quarters got damaged. Well, that puts more people into, oh, we do have another cargo bay. Hold on. We're going to turn that back on. Let's repair this. And then this cargo bay is for what? Food? Well, I don't think we're going to need it for food. But we don't currently need it for anything else. Well, hold on. Just in case we get some tritanium. Let's just set it for that now. And then let's see if we can harvest. Also, I'm sorry, Cass, did you get your food? Oh, now it's back to 4 days. Yeah, since she's so close, I want to, like, let that play out. If we turn our biolaboratory back on, we might double, not double, but get 200 more food. Hold on. Let's go do that. I would much rather have this on all the time. We are so dead on food. Like, here's the thing. There's so much yellow on that bar. I think it's actually smarter to just do this. Because the odds of getting green, I feel like the light green is going to be more than that yellow would be. We're going to use our flora knowledge. Fuck off. 10 crew got sick. Well, we're not turning off sickbay anytime soon. We'll turn that back off. We're +1 power. Is there anything that we can do to get a little bit more? Well, we don't need all this food storage. Then again, I don't like riding around with that full. It means that we can't get more. If we turn the aero shuttle bay back on, we might get a trade offer. I'd love to trade away some tritanium for something. I just don't know if we're liable to get that. What's this cargo bay for? That's for titanium. That's for titanium. Yeah, I think that we just... I really, really want to turn something off. I really want to get back to like +7 or whatever. But we can't do it. Fuel. I don't know where we would store it. I guess... Yeah, we could turn one of these over. Yeah, let's find a duranium one and switch it over to deuterium, and then we'll... Because fuel is pretty goddamn important. Like, we're going to have to leave this sector sooner rather than later. No. I regret that I can never remember... Oh, no, wait, that is one of them, yeah. Hold on, we're going to take this one here, and we're just going to switch this over to fuel. Okay, let's risk... The workshop is off to get 700 or almost 800. Yeah, we can store that. Let's do it. Okay, we got the full 800. We are good on fuel for at least a little bit. Fuel, we could really use this stuff. Actually, we might leave like 11. We'd have to go to the other side of the whole nebula to get that food. And as much as I want it, it's like I'm very nervous about the sector threat level. We are below power right now. Where would we go? We would go here to the Borg cube. And before we go, we can at least feed them the food that we have. Okay, can we put a hero here to help out at all? Danara Pel is +5. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. And then, yeah, we're going to shoot over here to try to visit that Borg cube. Okay, so let's enter the ship. I think that we activate this, and to be honest, I think we then turn it off because we're trying to save. We need to recharge the batteries. We've already turned that off. Hydroponics Bay, how are you doing? Are you harvesting? They're harvesting in 2 days. Well, we'll be below our threshold on duranium soon enough. I think we just let it ride. Charging slowly is better than not charging. Okay, do we have to build the waste disassembler? I think that we do. Already researched, yeah. So we've got 14 sites. We may now turn off the lab briefly. This is what I wanted. It's 100 points away. I wouldn't mind that. Oh, the holographic ship projector would be the next thing that we want to do. I do think that we turn it off. Once we can recharge the batteries entirely, then we'll turn it back on and we can just run it like a low plus or even a low negative. Like at -1, we'd have 400 days, 480 days. I'm so glad we built all the batteries. Like, this is me being extra cautious, but if we needed to, we could fly around for a while, even at maximum threat level. Oh, you guys, the torpedo launch bay. We could turn that off. I should have turned that off before we left the system. I didn't even, like process this. Deflector offline. That sounds bad. It turned red when I did that. Let's turn that right the hell back on. Yes, emergency rations it is. Hold on, we're still arriving the system? Okay, okay. We are up to 419 out of 480. I think that now, let's turn the science lab back on. I will now be satisfied with +1. I wanted to charge up as much as we could in the time that we had. Emergency quarters, let's turn that back on. And now nobody is homeless, so that will... -54, Christ. Premium replicator rations for all. We're still at +5 power. And we're still in a level 2 sector threat. God. For +5, that's +9, that's +6. Oh my goodness. I think we turn the science lab off and we turn the shield generator. Wait, what are we complaining about? Right, but I'm not going to do that right now. Is that... What are you talking about? Right, I'm not... Well, hold on. Maybe we are ready to do this fight. Maybe we just turn everything back on and blow through our battery power. But we have to stop by the Borg cube, is the thing. So let me... We're at plus... No, I want to be at plus something. What is happening right now? Toggle power. Can I turn this back off? There we go. Okay. You be quiet. We're gonna go visit a Borg cube.
Captain, we've been sabotaged again. Crew quarters got damaged, and crew quarters got damaged.
Really getting sick of this traitor. Let's repair that, and let's repair that. Nope, we can... Actually, I do think that I'm going to let them continue working on the hull. I really actually think that's very important. We're facing a significant medical emergency. A virulent disease is spreading rapidly through the ship, and many crew members are currently ill with severe symptoms. We need to treat them fast, or the disease will spread. Treat the sick before the disease gets worse. I have to ask... Does it have anything to do with the new doctor that we brought on? She seems pretty pestilent, to be honest. Treat the sick before the disease spreads. 25. Oh no. Wait, I only have the one sick bay. So the sick bay is live, and it can house 5 people at a time. There's 25 people sick. I mean, if you want me to build another sick bay, I don't think that's going to happen. But what if we did want to do that? Because I don't want the disease to spread. No available work team. This would take 7 days and resources that I don't have right now. So we will not do that right now. Let's go to the Borg cube. Send the away team. Wait, we're down Neelix? Oh boy. We're down Neelix and B'Elanna, who apparently is just never coming back. Oh no, she's back somehow. Okay, it doesn't matter. She's here. So we need to have phaser power, Starfleet power, science power, and medicine power. Kess has medicine and science covered, so we could send her. And then if we wanted to have Starfleet power, Chakotay's pretty good at that. He's got 66. Okay. And he's got phaser power too, so we're going to send Chakotay. And then we would really only need wrench power, and it's not even a meme that I really do like sending Harry Kim. He's got 66 beakers and 56 wrenches. So, like, he would double up on wrench power. Is there anybody that does all 3? B'Elanna Klingon would be wrench and phaser. Wait, we don't... No, we do need wrench, but we only need wrench once. We do need phaser twice. What's our weakest thing? Hold on. Can I... How do we not... How do we just go back? So... What's our weakest thing? Science... Oh, science is only 29 with her. Okay, so we want more science ability. Regular B'Elanna has science. Harry Kim has lots of science. Yeah, okay, so it's going to be Harry. Unironically becoming one of our most powerful people. Captain, we're on the cube now, but it seems we're stuck. The only door we found is shut tight. How do we proceed? Well, Chakotay didn't bring enough phasers. Restart a local circuit and operate the door mechanism or find an alternate way. So Chakotay is a guaranteed benefit here, but we could really use that science, like really super duper use that science. So I want to... Do we risk it with just him? The next challenge is going to have medicine. I want to have... I was never looking at this in the previous episodes. Medicine is coming up. I want Cass to be fresh for that. So we're just going to have... Harry, I need you to do this for me, buddy. Okay. He almost fucked it up. The away team rewires the energy conduits and sends a weak impulse into the local circuit. They will successfully restart the door mechanism, causing it to open. Captain, an active security scan traverses the area. It could trigger an immediate alarm. What are your orders? Well, this is what we were saving Kess for. Except Chakotay just has a better upside. Adjust tricorders to emit a disruptive frequency that deactivates the scan. It's both a better chance of success and a reward. Oh, the 400 food is not nothing, though. But we really need the science. The team precisely calibrates the tricorders to the security scan's frequency. The emitted disruptive frequency temporarily deactivates the scans, allowing the team to pass unhindered. Captain, there's a lot of inactive drones here. Maybe we can acquire valuable information if we examine them. Should we risk it? Well, this is a bummer. I really wanted Kess to do something. That is a hefty downside. But the plus 70 science would be massive. And if we just push through them, we get nothing. I'm going to do this. I mean, the deuterium is nice, but that science, that's a whole thing that we can start researching right now. What is that, like a 65% chance? Come on, Kess. fuck, the most likely thing happened. As the away team takes a sample from the inactive drone, they accidentally trigger its backup power cell, causing it to automatically attack the team. Eventually, they deactivate the drone but suffer severe injuries. They give up on the samples and continue their search for the field generator. Captain, the neuroelectric field generator is connected to the cube and looks rather delicate. How should we proceed? Well, we can't ask Kess for help anymore. So... reprogram the Borg interface for a controlled detachment sequence. It has the things we want the most and has the highest chance of success. Yes. Harry Kim, you're up. The away team scans the Borg interface near the generator and begins to decipher and reprogram it. The generator is set loose. The team beams back to Voyager, generator in tow. It can now be delivered to Frasier and her colonists. We got some signs, not all of it that we hoped for. We have a sick Kess, but no injury-free bonus, which is itself like a big downside. But the upside was so promising. Okay, we've got the components off the Borg cube. It was a successful mission with an injured Kess. And why don't we scan everything here to see if we can... Boy, part of me wants to get more crew, but I don't know where I would house or feed them. We don't need to repair right now. We do need that food. We're not leaving without that food. And then trade. I'll tell you what, if we could trade Tritanium for anything, that would be really great. And then there's some food right here 1 day away. I'll tell you what, we're going to... I really need that to chill out. Or maybe we could look at this, couldn't we? Like, we're not, it doesn't lock us in, I don't think. Just in case something happens, hold on. We're going to turn everything back on. Even the science lab. Okay. Let's see what they have to say. And I finally caught him red-handed, Captain. It was Jonas, that slimy rat. He's been selling us out. Another traitor. Have security escort Mr. Jonas to the bridge. Captain, I don't understand. I'm needed in engineering. Cut the act, crewman. First Seska, now you. Why? Because without you, we wouldn't be stuck in this godforsaken quadrant. I'm sick of it. Use Maquis... Oh, Chakotay can get involved. Use Maquis authority to convince Jonas to help. Validate Jonas's fears. Encourage him to help you. Well, I'll tell you what. Chakotay, our level 5 Chakotay, has a much higher chance of success. So, let's hit it.
Michael, listen to me. This isn't the way. You know it, and I know it. Help us, and I'll see what I can do to get you a second chance.
I can't betray Seska. It's too late. Let B'Elanna intimidate her. Let's have both B'Elannas. She should get a double bonus. We've got 2 B'Elannas. I want a plus 80% chance to succeed. Okay, so Kiknik was asking, due to the outage, what happened on the Borg ship. Depending on when it cut out, we attempted to collect technology samples from one of the Borg drones, but it didn't go well, and it reactivated, and it severely injured Kess, and then they were able to safely disconnect the generator that Frasier and her friends need off the Borg cube, and now we're going to return it to them, hopefully now, but we'll have to see. So it was a mission with some injuries, and we got like 40-ish science out of it, but not the 70 plus that we were trying to go to. Sorry, I should have recapped that because I wasn't sure where it had dropped out, and I should have said that earlier. That's a 70% chance, and this is a 75% chance. But I really want to let B'Elanna intimidate him, to be honest, because convincing him, he's such a wormy little slimy guy. Like, he was blowing up like crew quarters and stuff. No, B'Elanna's gonna put the fear of God into him, or the fear of Kalis or whoever.
Seska isn't here, Jonas, but I am. Start talking.
You're wasting your breath to show me in the brig. What a shame. As you wish. It would have been that the 5% would have made the difference. Okay, so now hopefully there won't be any more, like, threats for a minute. Wait, which B'Elanna was that? Okay, no, that was B'Elanna Klingon. Phaser control room. Biolaboratory? Well, I'll tell you what, I think that we turn off Biolaboratory, but we definitely turn on, like, one of these other things. Yeah. Let's turn on Phaser control room and shield generator. Okay, at least now we're not as naked. And if we could turn on one more... Okay. At 439 energy, we're not at full, and I'd like to be at full, but we're okay-ish. And our heroes are all busy. Okay. I would like to return the Borg cube, but we also need to get some food. Crew quarters. Okay, now, if we turn that on, our morale problem gets less bad, and our energy problem gets more bad. Let's turn off this shield generator. But we're giving the people some place to live. Like, we have a lot of morale. My concern is that morale is always slipping. It's always on the downside unless you're doing some sort of mission or like you find like a special thing. So I can get power in a number of different ways. I cannot get morale in a number of different ways. Let's set this about to be repaired. And once we have that, no one else will be quarterless. Okay, food. We might need to turn something on for this. We'll find out. Is the biolaboratory on? Let's turn on the biolaboratory because that tends to come up. Okay, no. This would be the torpedo bay. Blindly beam a team on board to force open all the storage. We'd get up to 1,000, but we wouldn't. Like, we'd get at most. And then send a shuttle. The shuttle could get the full 1,000. Okay, hold on. Leave for now. Go back in here. Biolab off. Shuttle bay on. Okay. Send your least incompetent shuttle pilot, please. I said least! Okay, at some point, all of the shitty shuttle pilots have got to just be dead, right? They've all got to be on the plaque on the ship bridge. They're not piloting the shuttle anymore. Like, there's got to happen eventually. How many times must it happen? I can't believe it. Okay, so what are we going to do? I think that we go to the trading station and hope to Christ that they want Tritanium in exchange for something. Competent shuttle pilots, maybe. I can't even, like, you guys, actually I should have checked, but I'm not even sure that we can start rebuilding. We're running on battery power again. Wait, why are we running on battery power? What just changed? We'll figure it out in a second. We do not need more Tritanium. No, you guys, they want everything that we have except for Tritanium. Do I sell a bioneural gel pack for this? I don't know. What just happened that the power consumption went up? I earnestly don't know. I do think that we need to, like, try to get another sick bay online, though. Okay, well, for starters, let's turn that off. Can we start this? Sick bay. No available work team. Well, the work team that's been on the hull has basically like finished their work. So let's unassign them. And again, it's something that I can't afford in the long term, but in the short term, missing resources. Nuts. Okay, so we definitely need the Duranium. Here's what we do. Let's turn on a cargo bay. Unless we already have a cargo bay on. We might already have them all on. I'm not venting that Tritanium. I'm not going to do it. Oh, one of our food cargo bays would be great. Hold on. Let's look for the green symbol. Wait, do we have none of our cargo bays are set over to food? Well, if we wait a day, we'll be below the deuterium threshold. I could just pass one cycle. I've never done that. So I'm seriously thinking about, why don't we sell... Yeah, why don't we trade the bioneural gel pack for this? And we're going to trade it over. I'm so bad at math, I just want to make sure that we don't lose any. Fuck it, we're just going to do it. Yes. Okay, we didn't lose any. I could have done extremely basic elementary school math and chose not to because I'm bad at it. So we have duranium. It's still not enough to upgrade the warp core. We certainly don't need that. We don't need to go to the repair station. We do very much need the food. Right. Oh, sorry. We need to build the waste disassembler as well. I should have thought of this. What is that under, by the way? Is that science? Technology. No. 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 Yes. Okay, and this is... Oh my god, look at how big it is. It's 6 squares. I don't have that space anywhere on the whole ass ship. We would have to unbuild 2 things to do this. That would be the hydroponics bay, so I don't want to do that. We could unbuild those crew quarters, or whatever the hell this is. The brand new crew quarters that we were building. We could unbuild an engineering office. We could unbuild this cargo bay. This cargo bay is currently housing some of our deuterium. Again, if I wait one day, but I really don't want to unbuild cargo bays. And, like, none of these line up. So if we're going to do it, it's going to be over here where we cleared a massive space. Our battery compartments are not going anywhere. Engineering office or the crew quarters. And I think we kill the crew quarters, because we're building up another one right there. It will leave us no less worse off. Let's disassemble this. Which we can't actually store right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here's... Well, let's start this, because we don't get it all at once, do we? We get it at the end of the project, don't we? Pretty sure. Okay. Because in 2 cycles, we can switch over our deuterium. Let's go get some food. Enter ship. This turns on. We're still at plus power. We have 40 days until we're completely full. And then we've got that, and we're removing this. And as soon as that's removed, yeah, we'll be good. We'll be fine. And again, biolab, we're just gonna, like, play the odds on that. Biolab. Okay, analyze the animals before hunting. I do like this. 700 food, please. Well, we got some food. Can we be on normal food rations again? There we go. That... Wait, why is that... What? Isn't... Oh, no, this is deuterium. It's not energy. It's deuterium, right? In place of food. And then this is normal food rations, which is just 0 morale, which is fine. It's the best we can do. But now we're on battery power again. I'm not... I feel... Oh, derp and a half. It's just because we turned that on. There we go. Never mind. Sorry. All right. And then deuterium we actually don't want any more of. We don't need a repair station. We would like some more duranium. And I'm concerned if we don't take every opportunity to bring more people aboard, but... Crow says we be back and I be back. Crow, I hope that it was a good evening. Odin walked and I decided to get in my 10,000 steps in. It is almost at the time of year when we're going to be doing a lot of like evening walking as well. So hold on. So I don't want to remove this just yet because I think we get back 25. So time out. Let's switch over one of our deuteriums to this, and then we, whoops, sorry, it's very zoomy. We remove this, and now we're going to build the waste disassembler. All right. So, as long as we do that, we have 33 days to do a 12-day build job, and then we'll probably get a huge morale boost. That's usually what happens when you do one of those missions, so we're not going to stress about morale too much. And we're still real good on morale. We're still fine. We're going to charge the batteries. We've got enough deuterium for the moment. Oh, we can switch this back now. We can switch this back to deuterium. So we'll do that. Is there anything else we want to do? Well, we're going to go over here, I guess. I think that we shoot the thermal beam. Although, why not consider all of our options? We'll just turn on our torpedo bay. Fuck it. I mean, we've lost so many. We've failed so many. We keep blowing up our goddamn shuttle. Like, I need to build a new shuttle. We're going to launch the torpedo. I don't know why I ever roll the dice. Someday. I've got a shift. I got to get the Captain Kirk luck, where you make the big play and it works out. I have faith. It can happen. So I'm not even joking. Do we want to like go try to get more people? We've got 58 people that are not currently busy, and only 5 of them are unhoused, mind you. So like we have a pretty good crew complement. Let's for sure try to stop here, and then we'll make the call about the crew. Also, I'm draining battery power for absolutely no reason. Okay, shield generator, disruptor array. So let's turn on the workshop to see what this is. Hold on. Yeah, I left this on by mistake. What did I leave on? Wait, what was my crime here? I left something on when I shouldn't have. Oh, the torpedo room. That's what it was. Okay, it wants me to be aware of something. Captain, I must inform you that some crew members are currently sick or injured and are not being treated in the sick bay. In order to maintain the well-being of the crew, I propose... Well, we're trying to do that. We will build or upgrade another sick bay. We will have all sick and injured crew members treated in medical facilities. Not now, we have more pressing... We wanted to build the sick bay anyway. And again, hopefully a big morale payoff there. By the way, so can I start this? And also, I don't know exactly where it goes. Sick bay would be here. Missing resources. Which ones? Oh, we need 80. Well, that's what we're here for. Right. Sorry. Workshop. Okay. Hey, we might get some dilithium out of this. Finally. Okay, so we got something. Sick bay. Is sick bay 3 or 4? Oh, I think it's 4, so we're gonna have to do it over here, but let's look. Yeah, alright. So we want to do a sick bay. Let's do it all the way here to the front of the ship. We could put in some emergency quarters or something there. The emergency quarters would be the waiting room. Let's do that. Okay, so that's being built. And the engineering office, you guys are on hull repair, which is still going down, mind you, because we're in an asteroid field. All right. We used titanium on something. That's actually a relief. We do have 2 more sources of this. Let's at least see here, because not just because it's a person doesn't mean that's what we get. We can sometimes get other stuff. Do you click to stop that roll, or does it do it automatically? It's completely automatic. Yeah, nothing like I don't move left or right. I don't click. It's rolling a dice and then just giving you a visual indicator, like it's like one of the indicators in sickbay. Out of food. True. Let's enter ship and switch this over to premium rations. Yes, 1 deuterium for the crew. It's a lot of deuterium, but that's what we've got. Okay, what do we have here? We picked up the distress signal of a heavily damaged space station around a nearby planet, quickly losing altitude and on a collision course with the planet's surface. We detected multiple life signs within the station. Lock onto any life signs and beam them aboard. Okay. We don't have a shuttle, and we can't attempt to do this, and I don't have a sensor array level 2, so... Hey! We got something positive for a change. Okay, and a big morale boost for now. They don't have any place to live, but they're not on a collapsing space station. So, we have to leave this system. When we do, it's going to take a lot of deuterium to get to the next planet, and we have no food, so we're going to be paying even more deuterium. We have to max out. So, on the way then, we're going to do a risky maneuver here. Oh! Hold on, are we researching anything? We're not. Okay, because we have the research for it now. This is what I really wanted. Let's start that. Because I want to have the option to have more science points more quickly. From there... I don't have an ending to that sentence yet. We want to turn off crew quarters. Do we, though? Yeah, we really do. Because we want to save up as much energy as we can, even at the cost of some morale. Because we're going to go over here. Okay, that's a lot of potential deuterium. The odds of getting all of it are very low. I would like to at least take a look to see what the torpedo... Wait, what are we doing? Oh, no! What did I click on? Oh, no! So... I wasn't expecting an ambush, obviously. This sucks. Let's find out what happens when Voyager is at her weakest. Oh, no. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Mr. World. I'd say that someday your luck was bound to turn around, but I watched your Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, and this is just how games of chance work for you. Very much. Okay. Fleeing is an option.
What are your orders, Captain?
I have no idea. So... we cannot assign any power to these because they're all off. We have no shield power. Oh my god. And we can't shoot torpedoes. I'm dead serious. Can we run? Flee combat instant. I don't know what allows that to be done. We might do that. Let's take... I have no idea.
Moving to attack the starboard side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Shields down, Captain.
Yeah, you're goddamn right they are. Like, look, and look how quickly they punctured them. Let's... defensive on the bow.
Defend the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Shields down, Captain.
How do we flee combat? Like, for real, though, what's the secret to do this? Initiate repairs? I don't know. I honestly don't think that this is survivable. And surrender is also not available to us right now. We didn't even get slightly through their shields. I mean, we did do some damage to their shield, to their warp core or whatever. Okay, let's, oops. Defend. No, actually, I still like defend the bow,
Captain.
honestly.
Ability ready, Captain.
Is there something I can do about that? Try to eat it on the port side?
Ability ready, Captain.
Okay. We're starting to fire, so I can use our abilities.
Shields down, Captain.
All of our shields are down. This is horrible. Ugh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what we can do except this, except for the thing that we are already doing. Since the shields are already down, let's go for offensive actions. Where are we? We're over here. Against their warp core? Yeah.
Moving to attack the front, Captain.
Okay, well now we're aiming at their weapons, so let's aim at their weapons then.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
Open your command window at any point to give new orders. I'm doing so poorly, the game is assuming that I don't know how to play. It's not far off.
We've lost a subsystem, Captain.
Okay, what did we lose? Our shield generators are down. Defeat the enemy, surrender, or flee. I can't do many of those things. Voyager has suffered significant damage. The shields are down and an underlying system is damaged. In order to make the underlying system operational again, it needs to be repaired. Order a repair action and choose which system to focus on. Well, at the moment, the shield generator, please. Okay, now we're passing towards their aft. Do we want to try to put some fire on their engines? Sure.
Moving to attack the aft. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Yeah, no, I know. I would love to know what the rules are for running away.
Ability ready, Captain. Shields down, Captain.
I still like attacking their engines. It's the firing arc that we're on.
Ability ready, Captain. We've lost a subsystem, Captain.
Okay, so between shields and engines, I do think that we need to have engines back up and running.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
I
Ability
would
ready,
so
Captain.
fire a torpedo if I had one.
Ability ready, Captain. Hull damage critical, Captain.
Oh boy, victory! Is that what it looks like? Okay, well, morale plus 100, I guess. Captain, I've been looking over the structural integrity of the ship. We've sustained a fair amount of damage. Nothing that's triggering any alarms just yet, but the overall hull integrity is below 50%. I do recommend we take some time to dispatch a few work teams to address the damage. It's the most diplomatic B'Elanna Torres has ever been. Build or upgrade an engineering office for future hull repairs. Repair the hull above 50%. Not now. I very much like repairing the hull above 50%, so let's do that for a while. Okay. So, there's a repair station here. Maybe we can pay them some tritanium. Where are we? We're here. Okay, hold on. What did we come here for? Nothing is working. I think all I wanted to do was to have... No, that's offline. Oh, we are super fucked. What do we do with this? So, we prioritize repairs. We need all of this back up immediately. Let's repair that. That's going to take 4 days. Emergency quarters, hydroponics bay, crew quarters. I'm not sure that's as important. Sick bay is real goddamn important because we've got... Oh my god, the disease is still spreading. We started with 25. Oh my god, I don't know how to survive this. This is kind of incredible how bad it's gotten all at once. And our navigational deflector is offline. Well, we should probably turn that back on. Yes, we are pausing that because there's no life support on this deck. What are you guys doing? You guys are working on hull repair, which is whittling away at -27 per turn. We can't add more work teams. These guys are assigned to the life support that we just put out. Is there anybody available to work on this? No. So wait, what's the warp? What's the main engineering crew doing? Oh, and we have no food. I don't know what to do. This is a deuterium storage. Well, the workshop is getting us nothing right now as far as I know, so we're going to turn that off. The shuttle bay requires 40... We don't have a shuttle, so we're just going to turn this off. Our batteries got destroyed, or they're offline, so all of that stored power is gone. I think we prioritize bringing our cargo bays back online, as well as the optional shield generator, and we get the fuck back above... Our player power is 45. We get above 120 as fast as possible. I cannot believe how bad this has gone. What can we do here? We're going to scan for any deuterium that we can get. Last time I left for now, we got ambushed, so fuck it. We'll just take what we can. And we got some, and we lost a bunch of it. But at least now the fuel tanks are full. So what does that get us? We go to the repair station. Honest to God, can we make it? Is it even possible to make? This is horrifying. How long does this take to repair? 4 days? I legitimately don't know if we can survive for 4 days. I feel like I don't understand what at least one of the teams is doing. So, this is on hull repair, right? We take that off hull repair, because, oh, that was making a difference, because, what was it, -27? Hold on. Right. So if we abandon this, we can get it down to, like, -23? What on earth is the other team doing? Does it say here anyplace? I do not see it. We need to get this back up and running. I think we pause on that, and we have them fix this instead. The difference between -27 and -30 is negligible right at the moment. Like, wait, you know what they're probably doing? They're probably repairing the warp core because it got damaged. If I was to assume +7 per cycle, that's what they're doing. That's why we're down a crew. I don't know what, like, so can we leave this sector altogether? I think that might be the play, because this whole sector is full of asteroids. But then again, like, are we just taking, like, negative, I don't know. Maybe we leave and we go back to deliver our Borg cube. We've got 15 days of fuel. I don't know if you need the navigational deflector to survive deep space. Do we just get, like, cosmic raid to death? We're gonna try this. This might be the end, you guys. We'll try. Out of order, your mess hall will now give out emergency rations. Yes. No, that is correct. They will do that. Nope. We're about to die. Is there anything we can do? We couldn't stay there, and we can't go anywhere. In 2 days, we breach. I think this is it. I don't want to be like, oh, flippant about it, but, like, can you turn on, like, more shield generators? Well, actually, I can't. No, I literally can't. Does this make any difference? It doesn't appear to. Navigational deflector is back online. Good. Enter ship. So, that's a concerning number. Let's put you guys on hull repair. Wait, what room are they assigned to? Oh, yes, please, for the love of God, turn that on. You guys, okay. I don't know why we didn't just die, but here we are. What are you guys doing? You're on hull repair. Okay, we need you guys on hull repair right the fuck now. What building is this? Sick bay? Oh, God. I don't know. Sure. Do we turn this on? Why the fuck not? There we go. We have a new sick bay, and there's a whole other problem here. Like, treat the sick. It's been expanding rapidly. We don't have very much duranium. So we're just gonna keep going. Like, I think that we just keep going. I don't know that this makes any difference, but we're going to get our combat power up as high as we can. No. If we get jumped, we're dead. We can turn that on. I think we just keep going for a moment and try to repair the hull. We're out of duranium. Enter ship. And we did research something. Okay. Harry, we're gonna have to shut down the science lab for a while. The illness has progressed rapidly in the affected crew members and it's spreading. We need to treat most of the crew so it does not get any worse. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it. We built another sickbay, Doctor. That's the option that we had in front of us. So we have repaired the hull a little bit. We have no more duranium to do it, so let's put somebody back on this. And we can't do that. And we can't do that. And we can't do that. We're completely dead on duranium. So I guess we'll just leave the other one nominally on hull repair. Captain, I need to address the lack of quarters, says Zybeen. Build one new quarters, build enough quarters. Not now, we have more pressing matters. We have more pressing matters. Like he's not going to like to hear this, but I can't promise this dude anything. build more quarters. Build in new quarters? Like, would repairing a quarters help out? I don't think that it would. Build quarters of your choice. There we go. Well, here we are. That's not the Class M planet. Was it? It was. Well, I think I go here? We have to find something. I don't know. Life support is active. I sense a heaviness upon the crew's spirit. Yeah, I would think so, Zybeen. Being stranded in the Delta Quadrant has taken its toll. A small gesture like improving quarters, better meals, or time in the holodeck might boost morale. Sir, what do you think is going on here? Gain at least +5 morale per cycles for the next 15 cycles. Activate replicator rations for 20 cycles. You know what? We could potentially do that. Replicator rations. What the Combat allies. When did this screen? I thought I was clicking on the mess hall. Upkeep 20 food per cycle. I don't have 20 food. I will recruit Talaxian ally later. Let's turn this on. Okay, we're still at positive power. We've got the mess hall. Let's put it on replicator rations. I assume he means premium replicator rations. So now we're only at -45 morale. If we can do that for 24 days, we're going to be okay. Shield generator's offline. I vote that we put it online. Our combat power is now 86 out of an average of 110 from the enemies. So not going great. And we can't repair this. We need some duranium. We could unbuild something. Sick bay, can we turn this back on? No. We could switch this over to something else or turn it off. I would like to... Let's set this to duranium just in case we get fantastically lucky. And then what are these cargo bays set to? Yeah, let's leave it the way that it is. A rich asteroid field containing valuable minerals. One of our scientists suggests a new experimental mining technique. Well, the trouble is we don't need any of this. And yet we are here, so why not? Okay, we got some of that. We need duranium in the largest available quantities. This is our only option. We can get up to 1,000 of it. Let's... Hold on, am I going to get jumped if I do this? I would like to switch over one of our cargo bays. Yeah, we can't do that one. We can't do that one. Can't do that one. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Do we have any cargo bays that can be swapped over? These are the two that I see available. Cargo bay. This one. Okay, yeah, let's switch this to deuterium. Oops. And now back to system. And let's see how much deuterium we can get out of this. If nothing else, it might be a trade commodity. I swear to fucking Christ. You guys, are we even still alive at -40? Nope. Okay, so we got a little bit of deuterium and it cratered the hull again. Go to the next site. Like, what we can do? Well, we could potentially get some more deuterium. Let's go for it. Especially since we have to keep them on replicator rations for a while. Oh my god, finally, finally! a stroke of less than disastrous luck. I don't even want to go here. Like, I really want to do the story, but we're in such bad shape that unless it's Q saying, just as a funny joke, I've decided to give you another enterprise, we're not gonna do well here. So let's... Wait, where is this? Is this the Class M planet? I'm not even kidding. Is that this? Hold on, let me go back to sector. I feel like it is, and I'm so sorry for not remembering. It's just, we've been through a lot right now. Let's turn this in. Maybe they will give us something nice. Kicknick, thank you very much for the Prime sub. I very much appreciate it. Oh, I'm so sorry that I didn't get to rebuild the poop recycler. Guys, like... we're all just living inside the warp engine right now. We don't have any other place to sleep. Captain, we reached our destination. He should really have like a black eye, like a long scar running down one cheek at this point. Continue. Captain, we're within hailing range of the Fraser colony. They're already hailing us. It looks like somebody's eager for good news. Yeah, aren't we all, Harry? Couldn't we all use some good news at this point? Welcome back, Captain. How did it go? Just ducky. It wasn't easy. But we retrieved the shield generator. Splendid, Captain. You know, your ship is a lot more full of smoke than I remember it. But anyway, this will mark the beginning of a new era on our planet. An age of freedom and prosperity for our collective. Ask what they're planning to do with the tech. That seems like a reasonable thing. Does it make duranium by any chance? I'm still not quite sure what you're trying to achieve with this Borg technology. I don't think there's a point in hiding it anymore. We were all Borg. So you weren't just dumped on this planet. You were assimilated by the collective. At Wolf 359, I was a science officer aboard a Starfleet ship. 5 years ago, a storm severed our link to the collective. We woke up free. We salvaged what we could and came to this planet to start over. Why shouldn't tell you earlier? Ask what went wrong afterwards. Why not tell us earlier? Why didn't you tell us all of this in the first place? People hear the word Borg and run, but we're not Borg anymore. We have to rely on each other, but the joy faded fast. Faced with cultures we didn't understand or were taught to hate, we turned hateful. Then came the violence. The fighting, the raids, all because of this? That's why we needed the field generator. To re-establish the neural link among former Borg. Linked, we had no conflict, no crime, no hunger. We lived all as one, in harmony. The so-called harmonious family bent on violent assimilation. Captain, I think wisely about your decision. The neuroelectric field generator could be a significant asset, provided a proper de-Borgification is performed. It could cut our patient recovery time in half. You guys, we legitimately need this. Please, Captain, we're no longer Borg. We've learned. We just want to use what's good from our past to build a safe, productive community. At this moment, cutting patient recovery time in half is not a luxury. We have an increasing number of crew members that are falling ill to an unknown illness that we'll just call the schmage. And one of our two... oh, you know what? I need to put the doctor in the other sick bay, by the way. I completely forgot to do that. Give Fraser the neuroelectric field generator, keep it for yourself, destroy it. I don't think it's an option. I really don't think that we have a different choice. These people want it because they don't want to fight and bicker with one another anymore. We need it because we have an urgent medical need aboard. We're going to keep it for ourselves. I think it was Sai who asked about this. Yes, we're going to keep it for ourselves. The possibilities of the field generator are intriguing. It could be the key to getting home. I wasn't expecting the huge morale hit. I'm sorry, but we'll be keeping it negative 500 morale. You guys, we might be in mutiny, and I'm not kidding. That's unbelievable, Captain. You would doom us to die in conflict for your own personal gain? You'll have to find another way of living together as individuals, as other societies did for centuries. Ensign ended for transmission. I want main engineering to see if Voyager can use this neuroelectric field generator. Captain, do our goals really justify any and all means? I don't feel comfortable with the thought of this technology. It's my decision, Ensign. Mind your place. Noted, Ensign, but this technology may be the key to getting home, and that's a risk I'm willing to take. Oh, no! You guys, if we weren't in mutiny before, we are now. Helm, resume original course. You guys, I think we straight have a game over. Mission successful. Okay, we're not actually at mutiny. Well, let's put the doctor in the sick bay. Did we do have this, yes? Heroes. Doctor. Wait! I would like some information on the logistics of this. We'll say that his emitters have been damaged, is what's happening here. So, Kess, we do have to pull out of the hydroponics bay, which is also non-functional. Kess, can you please help us out here? I would really appreciate it. Does anybody else... Well, she has the best medical training, doesn't she? Okay. That's what we've got. Like... We can't... Wait, we can go somewhere, but where could we go? If we left here... The thing is, we have deuterium. But we don't have time. Like, this morale loss on this many days? Okay, hold on. Is there... We can't fix anything. We have full batteries, so there's no point at all in turning that off. But we can't, like, build emergency quarters anywhere. I feel like we're done, but I don't... If there's a play to be made, I want to make it. We could... So, okay, we could rip out a cargo bay. That would give us some duranium. We could potentially build an emergency quarters, and, like, what good would that do at this phase? Like, I was not anticipating the morale hit for that. I honestly thought that if Janeway was looking out for the crew, like, we've got a whole bunch of sick people, that they might take that into account, but they super did not. This is 5 cycles away. At 5 cycles away, we will not survive morale-wise. And we can't warp anyplace. Is there anything at all we can do to minimize morale loss? Why is this offline? Can we turn that on? Okay, so that helps a little bit. 8 people go in there, and they do what again? What's the morale payoff for this? Plus 20 morale per cycle. Okay, so we leave that on, and this is less bad. Or is that already taken into account? It's less bad. Okay, okay. We've got something. Wait, why are these all offline? Durr! I'm so sorry. I see so much darkness and red in the ship. I stopped processing. Okay, so now we're down to -15. So that's better. I can't believe I almost lost because I just didn't turn the rooms back on. So now we're at -12. I think that we might have to turn off something, right? Like this phaser control room. But we can be on battery power for a little bit. Actually, we can be on battery power for a little bit. We're just going to leave all this shit on. Is there anything else at all? We don't need the science lab right now. We don't need that. We do need emergency quarters. Yes, we do. Well, but that's damaged. And this is damaged, so we can't do it. And life support is off. Okay, So we can now go someplace and not be in mutiny yet. But we're going to get there really, 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 really fast. This is already set to premium replicator rations. I don't think there's anything else we can do. So now it's just like fucking roll a dice. I think we go here. That's 5 cycles away. That's 5 cycles away. But from here, this is closer than any of those. So I think that we go here. Life support. Their life support is failing. Gosh, what's that like? We can get some deuterium, and we can store most of it. Let's play it safe-ish. Yeah, orange is better than red. We're going to transmit the technical instructions to help them repair remotely. The repairs failed and the survivors perished. We found a resource cache aboard their vessel afterwards. Like, guys, I think that's it. Like, you can't say I didn't try. Continue? Captain, I witnessed a fight between crew members today. Good people pushed to the brink. This incident is a symptom of the despair and anger festering aboard Voyager. Morale is dangerously low. We cannot ignore this crisis any longer. Build or improve quarters, select replicator rations in the mess hall, turn on the holodeck, or do something else. So we don't hit an immediate fail, which is nice. We hit a longer fail. It's a less fast fail. We need duranium. Like, I don't... Okay, so we've got 50 days. Can we unbuild something not without life support? Well, at this point, we turn the holodeck off, because until we can get to a positive number, it's just people stewing in their own misery. So we just, like, it's 50 days, it's 50 days. So we can save some power, recharge the batteries. We can't build anything. Sorry to go over this again. I don't want to cancel this, although maybe I should have. We could unbuild the science lab, but to quote FDR, then what are we fighting for? The emergency quarters can't be repaired. I've got nothing else to turn off. We are at the brink. We don't need the power, so there's no benefit in turning off the crew quarters. We could rip out the crew quarters, but that's going to make the houseless problem worse. We either find a giant dump of duranium or it is over. Like, I really can't see another way out. Okay. Is it conceivable we can turn on the torpedo bay? Please don't get attacked. Okay. We need all of it. We need every last shred of it. If this is, we either get this or we perish. Like, this is it. Okay. Fucking wait a second. We have an engineering office on. We have an engineering office on this main engineering. Okay, so we might have 3 repair crews. The hull is at critical. We have to get the crew quarters back online. This is 10, this is 20, this is 32 people will have quarters. In the morale overview. Where's the morale overview? Wait, where's the morale overview? It says, you can find detailed information about morale in the morale overview. I would very much like to see that. I think for now we do fix this. Oh, and we still have people getting sick. Yeah, okay. In order of priority, let's repair this. Let's repair no available work team. Well, we need that. I mean, we need to repair the hull, but we also need to, like, we can't have the people. We either die from without or within. One of those two things we can do about. So we're going to do that. And then the biolaboratory, battery compartment, and shield generator we can do without. But these cargo bays are kind of important. Not as important as repairing the hull. So we do that. This is the way that we get the maximum number. The only other thing that we can do is we could build emergency quarters. And we don't have a crew for it. I think that's what we do. Hold on. Engineering office, unassigned from hull repair. We come here, and we need emergency quarters right there. That's going to be a week. It's just going to be a week. We let that be. Now, the next question is, do we attempt to go anywhere? If we warp away, as far as I know, nobody can bother us in transit. It's going to eat up a lot of deuterium, but we won't take any hull damage, and we can't get attacked in interstellar space. I think. I don't actually know that. Alternatively, we might find a hull repair station here, but I mean, we're just... What's this, by the way? Okay, no, I just thought maybe we could look at it and see. At this exact moment, we have enough deuterium, we have enough duranium, we don't have enough food, we do have enough power. I think we leave. I think we go as far as we can. Stop. Wait, can I just look at it? That repair station. If we can get there... The trouble is, so we'd be able to get some fuel and some duranium. Yes, this is where we go. We go exactly here. Okay, sickbay is back online. Yes, it has. Man, it, like, I don't know, Doctor. It has. It has gotten worse. We're doing our best. Sickbay is back online. So now, hypothetically, we're treating 10 people at a time. And we've got a bonus there, and we've got a bonus there. So, sick bays are sick baying. That's what we've got. Is anybody... This is going to be repaired in 1 cycle. That's going to be repaired in 3... Or built in 3 cycles. And what's the third team doing? What is the third team doing? Can we repair the hull? What are you guys doing? Assigned hull repair. No, they're doing... Wait, what are they doing? I'm so sorry. We're building that. We just repaired that. Oh, so we do have a team, I think, somewhere. So what do we do next? Not that, and not that. Emergency quarters? Sure. That's, yes, we have a housing problem. We're going to repair that. Life support active. Okay, enter ship. So... Turn that back on. We have to repair this. Okay, 32 people don't have rooms. When this is repaired, 22 people will not have rooms. When these are built, we'll have rooms for everybody, I think. I do not know how to improve the morale, but this is our best option. Well, you guys, I honestly thought that maybe we couldn't get damaged or like attacked in real space. That's it. Can we surrender? Like, I will legitimately surrender. Surrender? I will like, yes, if that's what they want to surrender, because we can't survive. Here you go, Kazon Raider. Take our Tritanium. Defeat. This is going to be bad for morale, but we're already bottomed out. cry me a river, okay? So we're going to turn that on and that on. Okay, morale plus 100. All right, are we still in a 50-turn timer? Raise morale or this is the end. We have to get to 400, and we're still hemorrhaging. Okay, but now we can turn on the holodeck, and that'll help. And this will be done in a day, and then we'll have rooms for everybody. We're at negative power by a lot. We turn off like the phaser control rooms. Like I don't like running around defenseless, but this is what we've got. We're at negative 3 power still. We can turn this room off. We're still at negative power. It's not a crisis. I think we just keep going for now. Okay. We are now at negative 2 morale. I don't have anything else that can improve this. Everybody, here's the good news. Everybody has a place to sleep. We're doing premium replicator rations. That's very expensive in terms of deuterium, but I don't have any food, and it's better than emergency rations for sure. I think that's everything that we can do. Unless, of course, like, we're like, too much. Like, does anybody wound up? Nope, they go houseless. So we need all of our quarters. We cannot turn off any of them. Is anybody not working right now? Okay, so this is not working. So we get those cargo bays back online. I honestly think that's the next thing to do. Yes. Looking at that battery. Can we get this battery compartment back online? Oh, the end. I tried so hard. So what happened? Where did it all go so wrong? Because I felt like we were doing really, really well. And I absolutely tried to plan for the future. So it was having everything turned off, all of the combat ability. When we got wrecked by that fight with the Kazon, that's where it all came apart, right? Like, that's my... I'm pretty sure. If I just had our facilities on, that fight would not only have been winnable, but we would have gotten resources out of it. And the concern was that to have all of that stuff on, I think I got much too worried about keeping the batteries at full I was concerned about like a future story threat, as opposed to like, yo, if you're not at or above 110, because we were below when that Kazon Raider like pulled us apart. And then as soon as we got here, I talked about it aloud. I thought that when you're traveling between stars, you couldn't get jumped, because my thought was like interstellar space doesn't have like a threat level the way that the systems do. And I thought that like narratively Voyager was just like faster than any of the other like species in the quadrant. Like they just have a more advanced ship. So no one can catch us. And the only time that they're getting us is when they sort of like ambush us. Let's see if we can throw down a save here, and then we're going to call it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for joining Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. This episode really took a turn. It was still a lot of fun, and we will see if the voyage can continue in the future.